Hey, welcome to Happy New Year. No, not yet. Early three. Well, somewhere in the mid-Atlantic, because we know England is 5 hours ahead of us. There ain't really nothing between us and England. So, yeah, somewhere in the Canary Islands. Happy New Year. I don't know. But anyways, Ben, hip, and we're celebrating. Some more than I've been reading the chat. Some of them have been. They're already, woo! And easy.
The way it should be.
Yeah. So we've got a bunch of people joining in. We'll let them file in for a minute before we say hello and greetings and/or salutations. Of course, if you're new, please subscribe. And, welcome back if you already are, which is pretty much, I don't think I've seen a new name in here yet, but I'll give it a minute. Hips, just like, give it a minute, Ben. Jesus. Yeah. But we've got, I'm going to go right to the back in time, all the way back to an hour and a half ago. Because some of the fellas thought, hey, 7:30, it's almost 8 o'clock. He's going to be on soon. No, we're pushing back an hour so we can stay up later. That's how that works. So we've got our good friend and in-house amp expert, Jim, in the house. JP Page 2, first in the chat. And followed shortly thereafter by 333 G's himself. That's Terry with a T. Oh, that went over like, dinner. RJ and a mad one. My knees hurt. See, and he's literally 60 minutes. Exactly. How are you going to go 4 hours to make the midnight? Well, we'll start at 9 and make it 3. Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. Ryan Hall in the house. Great to see Ryan in here. Law, as it were. Paul McNary, one humanoid and all the cats. You can tell by the emojis used. Perfect. That's roll call for Paul and the cats. We've got Lee in the house. Good to see Lee in here. It's not I-barge like Pete Thor's. It's L-barge. It's Lee. L. Lowercase. Now, if you made it an uppercase, it would help a fella out. I'm just saying. Maybe do a capital L, capital B, lowercase arge. I don't want to tell you how to run your channel, Lee. I'm just saying. Our friend Chris in the house. Good to see Chris in here. Fellow water buffalo. Dave Chase. He's here. Nice.
Good day.
He says, I made lifestyle choices too early. Oh, well, that's been an all-day affair for me. So, of course, there was a nap involved. So. Because with everybody going live yesterday that we're normally like Pete went live yesterday instead of today, so that freed up an afternoon. Charles didn't have a show, so it was pretty much free until Ryan went live a few hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
House of Twang in the house.
Twang.
Young Mr. Radford. What's up, Alex? Great to see you. Our youngest Water Buffalo member. Skews the demographics for us. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate that. Ferd Burfel. We got Rob Baker in the house. Fellow Tone Chaser. Who else? We got Josh Tamberg. He's like 5 gin and tonics in, and that's something my ex would say. I'm just saying. She liked her gin and tonic. Of course, I liked her having gin and tonics too. I'm just saying. Look at me, I'm pulling a Pete Thorne and leaving random comments just up on screen. There we are.
Did it pay dividends later?
Let's see. Meanwhile, Lee's got some root beer. Nice. Stewart's. Nice. Okay. I'm doing because it's a special occasion, we got a Jones watermelon soda, one of my favorites. Plus, I'm getting low on I got to pick up some root beer and some Coca-Cola. I need the A&W and the Coca-Cola. Those are the 2 staples usually in the fridge. It's kind of like half and half and 2% milk. Just saying.
Gotta have them.
Yep. Hey, Mahogany. Great to see you. Always a pleasure. Who else?
I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah. I think he has a life.
Wow. I'm jealous.
Well, we started early, Josh. That's how it works. If we're ready early, I do the longer intro, RJ style. Like that's what RJ will start 5 minutes early, but with a 5-minute countdown. I haven't figured out how to do this superimposed countdown over the video. Like I'm not that good. I that's digitals and I don't know, but it can be done. Like I'm sure I could go into like a video editing program and superimpose and remake the video. Essentially, I could do it that way.
Mhm.
Or will be or not. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think you can just lay another layer of graphic in StreamYard itself.
Well, you'd like to think so, but you can't.
No?
No. You can only one at a time. They only just allowed stereo audio, so easy. And I've been using it since 2019. Just saying.
Slow down there, boy.
We got Wayne McConnell in the house. The legend himself, D. White Bailey, with a beautiful bird's eye amplifier. Yep. I said it right. Put out the video last night. He's bringing the amp in the house with the beautiful road case, too. Pulls it off. I'm like, all right, you got the one with the shellac or something on, the Tolex removed. No. It's a special edition. Celestian Gold's in it. And then zooms in with the camera, and you see the whole top of the amplifier. And it's beautiful. 312s, 310s, 310s probably. Bird's eye maple, the whole top of the amp. I'm like,
right on.
Like what do you do with a piece of bird's eye that's too thin to make a neck out of, but it's fairly wide? Do a run of amp heads. Just the rest can be whatever. Who cares what the rest look like? You're gonna see, because then you'll see someone. Yeah, I'm not gonna put my drink on your amp. If you value your teeth, you won't. I'm just saying. Just saying. Mark Taft in the house. Great to see you, brother Mark.
Good day.
Again. He's into the tacos and IPAs. I am not gonna judge at all. Well, I don't like IPAs, but whatever. That's fine. That's fine. If we all like the same kind of cold snack, there'd only be one cold snack available, is what I'm saying. Variety is the spice of life. Right, Marshall Murray? Got Ron Padgett. Got Ledge himself, Dan Sullivan, the gambler. I'm here. I'm near. Get used to it. I like it. You're not near to anybody. You're like in Northern Ontario. You're not near anybody.
Igloo country.
I'm pretty sure I saw at one point he commented online. It was like going south to Sudbury or something crazy. Like I'm like, what? Oof, man. Steve in the house. Steve Rezer. I'm gonna say Rezer. I'm going with Rezer. Sean plays guitar. We used to be someone else, but it's escaped me because I too have been well into the lifestyle choices today. Basically, housework and lifestyle choices. That's been my day. Oh, wow. Rob, sustainable cereal. Live large, buddy. I was going to brag on how he's this industrial lawyer, Ken. And then he's like, I'm eating cereal. I'm like, yeah, but that's lawyer cereal. That's no store brand. He probably favorite. Kellogg's or something. Ooh, look at you with your Kellogg's cereal. Ooh, fancy. Actual cornflakes. Ooh. That's those flakes of corn. Herb of Fireside Studio. He put out a setup video. If you're interested, folks, on how to restring a setup on a Floyd Rose guitar without cursing. Well, I think he edited the cursing out. He's like Charles. He's polite that way. So. Yeah, that wicked fret. I've come across that on guitars before, bud. That's that. I bet you that was probably like that from the factory. You never noticed because it was like something hit the fret, Ken. To make hash marks enough that you're gonna feel it. Yeah. That just doesn't happen during shipping. A string doesn't do that to a fret. Something harder than a fret does that to a fret. Mm-hmm. Like tooling, they use 2 clip fret ends and who knows what. Probably happened there where they're banging in the fret. Something got a piece of debris there.
It could be. Lots of possibilities.
The world's your oyster. All right. We got reporting in from the chat. Coming in. Hang on. In other words, let me go drain the bladder. Then a fellow will join you. Check out the kid. Sure. Vimps. Great to see Vimps in here. Cushman. We're going to go coast to coast. Cushman NYC. And then over in Oregon, Hobo Rudy. That's how that works. You have keys, Trev. You can let yourself in. I'm busy doing roll call.
When I'm ready. All right.
How you doing, brother? How you doing? Happy New Year.
Oh, I'm fucking pretty cut. We're going in deep.
I bet, yeah.
A notification from Beato cutting our grass. God damn it.
We're not. Rick who? Nah.
Yeah.
You only had 3,000 or so people watching
Ben
earlier.
Coombs channel. We want to get this on. We
All
want
Dave,
everybody to
all
hit the thumbs
night.
Up. Oh, I already did.
All right. We got all Dave, all night in the house.
Welcome over.
Dude. It's not the total sweet watermelon. It gets you get a little bit of the rind taste in there, like you ate that. You're like, oh, I can go for another roll. I can go for another roll before this slice is done. Nope. Woo. That's a little sour. Just doing a drive-by. Scott's doing that thing where you just walk in the front door, Ken. You know, you do the loop. You go through the living room, back through the dining room, across the kitchen, back down the hall, showed up the stairway, and you're out. 3.5 minutes top. Cab's still out front. Cab doesn't even put you off the meter. Just sitting there. Love it. Happy.
How's it going, Chop?
A&W with Captain Morgan. Trev, you might have to try that on my behalf.
I'm not going to.
That's like the world's biggest juice box. You're just like adult-sized juice box. It's a Jumbo Straw juice box. I love it.
I'm going to have to try that. Because I'm a Captain Morgan guy.
Those,
okay, Ken. That's okay. That's on you.
Pearl Tea.
I will report back in 24 hours.
Who else we got in here? Let's see Jeff K in here. There's Bo. Good to see Bo.
Happy New Year's, Bo.
Hanging out with us.
How's it going, Bo?
Mesa guitar or Mesa? No, Mesa guitar guy. You're like, is that tone Mesa or geographical Mesa? Or both? He's just like, yes. All right.
All of the above.
Dwight comments 310s. That's what I thought. Because it didn't look ridiculously big to have 312s in. Zach H, part of the Zach Brigade. We have several Zachs that watch and support the channel, and we love each and every one of them. Devil's Horns, Alien Head, Rob Blackmore official.
And there he is.
How's Glace Bay?
We're coming all over.
That's Eastern Canada covered. We got the whole seaboard. See, that's what we did. Coast to coast. We need someone on the North Coast. Yeah. One person in Nunavik that plays guitar. That's all I ask. Is someone in Tuktoyaktuk playing guitar? And if so, that would be cool. He's looking out at the Beaufort Sea to shining sea to shining sea. Perfect. And then we got our Texans, so they got Gulf of Mexico. So we got basic water on all four sides, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Right, we're 15 minutes in the show, and I'm still doing roll call. See, this is how we stretch her out to 3 hours, folks. There's Ryan. Just checking out.
How's it going, man?
I don't know how many people were watching, Trev, but if you had as many people watching as you had hanging with y'all on screen,
right?
It was a big crowd. That's what I'm saying.
It's a Brady bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
HW Titan Lord, switch account so I can give you another sub. Thank you, right? Appreciate it.
Cool.
I like see they let you know, Ken. Tom Raines.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, gosh.
Oh. Yep.
Saddles.
Yep.
Lesson learned.
Vincent's in San Fran. Okay. We do have a Bay Area contingent because we have young Mr. Radford. He's like, I'm around. Who was live earlier himself. If you haven't checked out Alex Radford's channel,
it's been a minute.
Oh, nice.
I missed you, Alex.
Oh, hashtag best dressed. Just saying. No. Oh well, just give it a minute. There's Lawrence Cash, Alaska.
I told you.
That damn near count.
Close.
It's going to skew up at least. It skews out, right? We're pulling the pins further apart, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty much And if someone from northern Newfoundland tunes in, we've got that really brings up the bar. Is what I'm saying. We're going up a few more parallels. That's the word. I think it is. Ooh. Accidentally bought the 100 proof. Oh, that's not an accident.
Yeah. That's one
Accidentally.
I bet you it is. Yeah, because it goes down. Yeah, you don't realize. You don't realize after the fourth shot you didn't need the second.
Guess we're drinking zombies.
That's been there. Oh, geographical now. But used to also. See? This is what I'm saying.
I almost bought one of those there, Mesa. The loudest, screaming loud.
Moving.
Well, if you're into gaming, check out this is Raj's gaming channel. So there you go. all the Googles are subbed. Nice. Appreciate it. Thank you, Trev.
Right on.
Because Mark is tuning in a little later. We got the Jones watermelon. Jones watermelon.
I got the Minute Maid watermelon.
Minute Maid water. Oh, I don't know if I've had that. A fella's got to keep an eye open for. Oh, Trev. Yeah. I'm like that mixed with some 7-Up.
I was thinking vodka, but you do you.
Well, yeah. I think I had. I've gone through my share of vodka in life already. Because that was always in the hip flask. To cut down on the bar tab at the gigs. Because if you're going out for a vape or a dart, anyways, in the parking lot, mazel.
Yeah.
All right. So if you got something special to say, I don't know, at me, although it doesn't highlight, StreamYard, highlight, figure that out. Okay. Or if you're a channel member, Josh says gross warm vodka. Other than moonshine, all my booze is room temperature. I don't care. Even my beer, I'll drink at room temperature. Don't care. Do not. It's got, as long as it's carbonated. I don't like flat beer. I don't mind. I don't care if it's especially down here, right? It's like 68. Piece of cake. Anywho's.
Oh, did I get that right?
That felt much better.
23 months.
Wow.
It's been a fun ride, my friend.
It's. I was thinking about that. It's like I was talking with what's his name, Bruce? Yeah, Bruce. He commented, because I've been updating all the videos to members only, from the unlisted variety. That's why, you channel members are getting slammed.
Right.
So, and it must have been one that I was like talking about our conversation, because for those that are longtime channel members, you weren't really taking advantage of the full situation, because this guy, he put on the readers, you see, and he's all like, it says here in the fine print that a fella gets to do a hang with you monthly.
When's that happen?
When does that happen?
Apparently, it's the first Saturday and third
I said,
Wednesday of the month.
I said, well, no one's ever asked that, Trev. He says, well, when was the last one? And I said, never done it. He says, how long have you offered that? I'm like, I don't know, a year or two? He says, nobody's asked. I'm like, nope. Nobody bothered reading the fine print. They just like me as I am, Trev. And then our friend Charles.
I love spending time with you, brother.
And then Charles, he'll be watching on replay. Hey, Charles, see, I'm not throwing you in the bus. And then Charles said, a fella can help with that, because we were figuring out, we can do a StreamYard thing, because technically it's only the upper tiers that are available to have that feature. But then I thought, well, let's just open it to all tiers, because Charles like, oh, I got the Zooms. And that allows me like 100 people. And I went, well,
yeah.
A lot more than popular, Charles. So until we have to do something different, so until we've got, I don't know, 50 people or more at, then I might start enforcing the actual levels, Trav, is what I'm saying, Or maybe we'll do one a month for everybody, and the second one isn't necessarily for everybody.
Right.
You know, first one's for friends and family. The second one's for family. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Truth, Jim. What are we doing now? Why am I like this? All right. Hi. Sure.
You see, a fella just wants to type a message, and the next thing you know, he's doing hotkeys on a different fucking.
Just saying. So yes,
I don't even have to type it at this point. I'm just gonna say, "Cheers, my knees hurt. Good to see you here, brother."
Yeah. You know, and Trev will say it, Hip will say it, other channel members, you know, they're not just saying it to get you to join. Like, it is one of the highlights of the month. Is those hangs?
It is.
You know.
It's a good hang with brothers of common thread.
Yeah, and just shoot the shit for hours on end. Like some of them will go 5 or 6 hours. Because, fun fact,
Awesome.
I don't really need to be there because it's got to be such a community hang that that's all right, Scott. You're a member this month. You'll come on next week. This coming Saturday, folks. Charles, you're watching on replay? This Saturday, you know, the usual time. Thanks, buddy. Love ya. Hug your wife. Shake your kid. No. Shake your wife. Hug your kid. No. Don't do either. Do one, not the other. So, oh, Trev has a visitor. Oh,
My fabulous daughter, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.
Good night. Have a good New Year's.
Happy New Year,
See you
Becca.
next year.
Happy New Year from
Love
us.
you.
I love you more.
Be safe.
Right on.
Stay
Cool.
in. You be safe.
Okay.
She's heading out at 6:22 in the evening. I don't. If I head out, I'm just telling you, Hip. If I head out on the town at 6:22 in the evening, I ain't making it till midnight. I'm back home by midnight.
That's
No.
not later.
You know, I can head out 8, 9, make it to midnight, like what we're doing tonight. So
Depends how good the band is, right?
yeah. Edwin's blacklisted himself at this point. No, you haven't. You're right there. We see you.
I can see you clearly.
We don't all have to like the same things. We can agree to disagree. Hence,
Variety. That's what
Variety.
really brings the special sauce in, is different
Exactly.
people's take on
yeah,
stuff.
like y'all are, you know, hot and horny. There'll be like 23 showing off PRSs to each other, and I'm just sitting there. You know, what am I gonna do?
Well, I don't know if you saw earlier, but apparently on the OU812 show,
Yes.
speaking of PRSs, we'll be giving away his PRS.
Oh,
I think he said 2,500. What was it? 2,000 subs. Yeah,
Okay.
we're shooting for mid-year next year. His gonna give away his McCarthy, and you know, it's all for the community.
so I got a couple of questions here. Check out Ryan's channel. Favorite Ace 10,000 volt? No. Just love the way Steve from Boston says that. Okay?
Right.
You know, because it's the Steve voice, and then he just changes into pure Ace. 10,000 volts. No. Rocket Ride. I'll go with Rocket Ride. Can't perform it anymore. Like the lyrics alone, you're like, oof, da May. That's me too, all over it, you know. But if she wants a rocket ride, you do that Kiss in the 70s. You can't now. It's like, I really, you know, Trev, the last band, I really tried to incorporate a Kiss song, and all the songs that had the best riffs had lyrics that, especially when we got the Christian lead singer, female lead.
Right.
I'm like, she won't sing that. She will not
Not gonna
sing
do
that. So, yes. Trev, do you have a favorite Ace song?
As in Freely?
Yes.
Nothing outside of the regular realm of Kiss.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Do you have a particular favorite?
I mean, if we're going back to old Kiss, the one that I really
Well,
dig,
Rocket
I don't
Ride's
know
pretty fucking old. I'm just saying.
I don't know if it was Ace or not, but Parasite is great.
Parasite.
So,
Okay. I don't know if that was an Ace. It's on. Ken, do you have a favorite Ace? If you say Rock Soldiers, I'm banning you. I'm just sorry.
Ixnay on the soldier.
I went back and listened to that a couple years ago.
Yeah. Still no good.
It didn't stand the test of time. I'm just saying.
Like muscles.
Favorite Ace song? Wow. I never really got into Kiss. I got Destroyer, I got Alive, the first album, and that was it.
Well,
so it's beyond the usual stuff that I know Shock Me.
Right.
Is that the other one?
Yep. Cold Gin. Cold Gin would be the biggest one, I would think. The go-to Ace song, I guess.
Yeah, was that one of his? I did not know.
Pantera made that famous again, too, right?
Yep.
Golden time again.
So, yeah, I'll go with... hey, there's Seth.
Cheers, Seth.
Oh, and there's Charles.
Right.
Water Buffalo meeting. This coming Saturday. Right?
Oh, goddamn.
Thanks,
you
buddy.
Know what, Ben?
We love you. Cheech?
That works.
And by the way, if you haven't checked it, Charles 75N channel, please do. He goes live a couple times a week when he isn't spending time with family. Mm-hmm. See, he misses... He's like, I missed one show! To spend the holidays with... I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
But and he started releasing as of, I think yesterday it was, the new series of called the Biker Strat, if you will.
Yeah, and that thing's really cool.
Very cool.
I mean, really appreciate the
and if you're wondering what's up with this video, okay, he had to put all the videos in the can until a person got delivery of said guitar. So when he's complaining about it being 105 degrees out, he didn't just shoot it
Texas.
last Thursday, is what I'm saying.
You don't move to Texas without knowing it's going to be 105 degrees out. That's just...
Right. Eddie Fay. No, we did not cover family and New Year's traditions. We can get to that. But RJ the Mad One had asked goals for 2024.
I have an answer.
Sure, Trev.
Always goes better with mushrooms.
Ooh, good. Patrick Trace, rip it out. That's another good song.
Nice, Patrick. Love you, brother. Thanks for being in the community, man.
That's a good one. You know, it's a cover, but 2000 Man, yeah, which is actually a Stones tune. And Ken, Bo will seen them for the Destroyer tour.
Right, played with them actually.
See, and that's how Bo works. You know, you bring up a topic, and he puts the period on the end of it. Ding. You know, it's like the PRS discussion. Are you guys all fine showing your toys? Do you want to see a real one now? Wow.
Carry on discussions.
Earlier
we were talking about
great cover.
What was your first guitar? And Bo was an answer that I wanted to see that I didn't get to see. But I'd be interested in both of your
All right, yeah, everyone type in what your first guitar was. Thank you, Charles. Scent of a wheelchair pillow.
Ooh.
Right on. Good
before we get that, do I have a favorite acoustic? Yes, a Martin D28.
Right, the one with the hole in it.
Yeah. Jimmy Biter. Yeah.
See you, Jimmy. You just played well today.
Doing Jimmy?
Trev, what was your first electric guitar?
Well,
or first guitar, I should say.
A garage sale bundle that came with a tube and a guitar, and then it electrocuted people, and we got rid of that. But the real guitar that I first started trying to play would have been a Vantage. Strat copy thing with a humbucker in it and a bullshit tremolo bridge.
Ooh, Mo showing his age, just saying. Or he got an old guitar. Gibson Marauder. How cool is that? Not the best offering Gibson ever made, but a damn cool guitar in my opinion. I always had a thing for Marauders.
Right on.
Ken, first guitar?
Oh, I'm trying to think of the brand name.
Sears?
Pretty sure it was an Aldegas, like a double cutaway.
Okay.
Sweet guitar. Bought it off
That
my
makes
guitar
sense.
teacher.
You know, given our age difference, because like my first instrument was a used Eldega Space, so I get, you know. But they were kind of one of the go-to, like an Area Pro. They were kind of like that. That they weren't shite, but they weren't great.
Good copies.
And he used to see him all the time.
Such a skid. I love it.
Flying V. Right on. Cheech.
You know he had all the patches on his denim jacket in high school.
Right.
You just know it.
And no sleeves.
Oh, well, cut off once he got the leather jacket, right, to wear underneath it. First electric Gibson, blonde Gibson L6S. Woo.
Nice.
Jazz box.
Is that the one with the V headstock?
I think it has a wide headstock. It's like Les Paul, but wider, I want to say. National Telecaster, nice. Alex showing his age, first guitar being an Amazon guitar. Or he's just new to it, you know. Ferd showing his age with the Sears Silvertones. I'm just saying. Lee loves his 28. Hey, Zoran, a Univox Les Paul copy. Badass. Okay, so my first electric, 72 Les Paul Deluxe. Tobacco burst. Weighed a ton.
Right.
Weighed 10% of my body weight, folks. I'm pretty sure. I don't still have it, Eddie Fay. I sold it to buy a stereo system. I know. And I sold it, Ken, right before people got into vintage guitars, which was right around the grunge period. Because I sold it late 92, I want to say, or maybe summer of 92 for like $500, and it went to worth two grand inside of 2 years. And now it's worth immediately. All of a sudden, they were all worth $2 grand. A 70s Les Paul was all of a sudden worth $2 grand, or a used Les Paul because people wanted Les Pauls again.
Wild.
Yeah.
Kind of a kicking in. That's what hindsight's 2020, right?
Harmony. Nice. Paul. What's up, bud? Eldega Strat copy. An Area acoustic. Where was that? Found by the tracks.
Right on. Cool.
Squire Deluxe. Still use it. Nice. Hamer Slammer. Knees. Such a skidly purchase. Love it. That's the rebellious. It's Brother John. Eddie says, what age difference? Oh, like 3 years. Let's go with that. Oh, Jimmy with the Framer Focus. The Kramer Focus 4000. V with a Floyd. All right. Wow. Eddie Van Haskell in the house.
Cheers, man.
Hello, Ben. Hello, chat room. Hello, everyone. Hello, people. Hello, people's pets. Paul's cats are watching. So, nice. All right. Here it is. 72, maybe a 71 Epiphone ES335 with a Bigsby. Red. There you go,
Not a bad
Trav.
way to start.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to start.
And that would have been, when Epiphone, still US made Epiphone too. Maybe Japan. Although, by early 70s, maybe Japan. Alshon. Where's Alshon? I need Alshon to verify that one.
Yeah, he'd know. He'd know.
Right. Hey, Happy New Year, Johnny. Our newest channel member.
I
Right on.
love that beard.
Returned.
Welcome in.
Johnny's got a nice beard.
Guild Solid Body was his first. Nice. Scott says, I didn't go to America much. Could afford. I didn't really have a choice. Like, with my dad. He wasn't going to let me buy just anything, right? Like, first of all, he said it was kind of like his opinion, and it's true up until the last few, for the longest time, like as far as retention of value, unless the logo started with a G or an F, it didn't retain value. So, that was his opinion. So might as well buy something that starts with a G or an F, used, because you're going to be able to sell it for whatever you paid for probably within $100, we'll say, right? You might take $100 haircut if you decide you don't like it. So, all right. Because remember, it's like nowadays people say, "Oh, what kind of guitar do you play, Ken?" Well, I play a Les Paul, but it's an Epiphone. They're embarrassed to say it's an Epiphone as opposed to a Gibson. Whereas my dad, what kind of guitar do you play? He'd say, "Well, it's a Tele, but it's not a pre-CBS." And he was embarrassed about the fact it was not a pre-CBS Tele, because as far as they're concerned, everything before is good. Everything once it comes sold, shite.
Yeah. Good luck finding one of them now.
Hog Rotten, 1981 Applause with aluminum frets. First electric 85 Epiphone Tele. Wow. Ooh. Eddie Fay, 1983 Ibanez Roadstar 2. Used for a sweet deal. Still my favorite. Call me a romantic. You're a romantic, Eddie. No, I sold a Les Paul Deluxe. Not a custom. And I didn't like the Deluxe because I didn't like the mini humbuckers, and nobody played P90s in the 90s, so I had no idea you could put them in. And yes, I still have the stereo system. Big component stereo system for home use. Like 2,000 watts.
Should be here. Send Bo a link. Bo, you should be here.
Send Bo a link. All right, fine, Travis.
How's it going, Boner? Happy New Year, dude.
20 last shots. Boner, I was thinking about it earlier, but I forgot. I was going to buy a bottle of Perrier to cheers to you. Yeah, but I'm drinking straight up juice. There's no vodka in here or nothing.
Fushishi.
Good, man.
All right, I'm sending Bo the link, guys.
That'd be awesome.
Rev wants me to get lambasted more. Thanks. At least half the panel will be wearing Rush t-shirts then.
I don't have a Rush t-shirt.
I only just got one recently, so.
I don't think I have any band t-shirts at all.
I knew you did, Scott. I knew you did. Yeah. Well, if I need to eat that bad, I'll sell you the OD one. Is that bonkers? Yo.
That's bonkers.
But I appreciate that, Boner Jams. In fact, I'm going to celebrate with a bowl. Oh, you know what? We're also going to have ourselves a metal bowl, too.
So... Okay, now I'm feeling totally left out because I ate my last one yesterday.
What were you?
I've been holding off for a few days just to make sure I had a few for tonight, just in case. I want to go real deep.
Little bear.
Trev's finally embracing the Vancouver community on YouTube and the fact that he's doing shrooms on a semi-regular basis during hangs.
I really think that microdosing shrooms every day is not a bad way to go. It just kind of takes the sour out of it.
Yep, and for some I agree.
Microdosing.
For sure.
We're not talking 2 grams and tripping on fucking, wow, man.
No, like a half a gram or something.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Like taking a couple Advil, kind of.
Central Wheelchair Pillow has a question for us. Incoming. Bam. What's your thoughts on Richie Sambora as a player / singer? The reason I started playing. All right. So in order to... we love him to retain the subscription. No, I did. I always dug his playing. I dug his tone. I know it was quite processed and produced, as all the Bon Jovi records were. Yeah. But I don't know if I can't really comment too much on his singing because I can't really call it other than accompanying, John on songs. And again, I don't know. But yeah.
Has he done anything other than the Bon Jovi?
He did some solo stuff. Like even back in the day, I think he was dabbling in solo stuff.
Kind of like the Steve Stevens with his...
Kind of. Yeah. Or a Joe Perry project Well,
Right.
when Joe didn't quit, but or
Was it Atomic Playboys? It was too. Are you kidding me? Come on. Try harder.
yeah.
Sambora
I like
was
Sambora.
always good. You know, he definitely was there.
Bonkers asks, how much is an ounce of weed where you are for nice indoor? I don't know. That's a good question. Because I don't go for top shelf. I buy cheaper stuff because I can, because it's a wonderful world we live in. But I bet you get some pretty top shelf stuff for $80 an ounce on the res.
Call it 100.
At a legal dispensary, 100, 120 would probably still get you some decent indoor. I guess. But I can also get stuff that I suspect is outdoor or very cheap indoor for as low as $10 an ounce on a good day.
Yeah, you just burn
it. I've always kind of preferred outdoor, given a choice.
Really?
Like having grown myself, I do outdoor.
Oh, kicked himself out.
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
Okay, maybe I rescind that last statement.
I don't mind a nice hybrid. What's that? Well, it started out as indoor, and then they transplanted it outdoor.
But yeah, get as many light bulbs as you want. You cannot beat the power of the sun and the light that it emits.
It depends where you live, and powdery mildew's a bitch, man.
True.
It
is. Well, you gotta watch out for that kind of thing.
I don't know. Like, I find the cheaper stuff. It does. It's all right. I'm not in a coma. Like Johnny mentioned, but I'm still buzzed enough that I'm like, this is a waste of money and time. It's not. It's not that. Although the $10 stuff can kind of be like, because I got tolerance. But
right.
Should also mention I do go through in about an ounce a week, so there is that too.
Johnny, try the mango haze.
But I don't mind that too, Ken, because I smoke it like cigarettes, essentially.
Right, pretty much.
I just smoke a joint every hour.
Healthier than store-bought cigarette by leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Solar powered lights. Okay. Right. Woo! Scotch is starting to kick in. All right.
Nice.
Johnny's cold snack kind of guy. Nothing wrong with that.
Scotch with a bourbon.
I have no problem with that either. Whatever revs your Buddha, as they say.
My whiskey room temperature.
Used to smoke diesel like it was cigarettes. Oh man, I got this. What the hell was that? Some blue diesel? I don't know if Mark's still in the chat. I had some blue diesel last one. That shit. Oh my god, it smelled like somebody's poured diesel fuel over the weed. Like it just stank. I'm like, oh, this better not taste like that. And I'm like, I can kind of taste it too. And I'm like, nope,
It kind of works. Right.
It works pretty good though. But yeah, it does.
Sour diesel could have been. Could have been Alex.
Only time
But I want to think it was blue diesel for some, because I think it was like a hybrid of like blue cheese and sour diesel. There's new names every damn I got what today? Death Bubba. I don't know what the hell that is. Stuff sucks rolling in a joint, Trev. That's why I was smoking the pre-rolls the other night when we were hanging. Because this shit does not want to stay lit.
Asbestos weed. Nothing worse than that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You'll like it. It'll definitely take the edge off.
Don't blame the strain, blame the grower.
That was a joke about the hybrid. The joke was it started indoor and ended up outdoor. That's a hybrid. The joke. We all know a hybrid is a mixture of indica and sativa.
I really only pick up on the diesel when I'm doing a dab.
Montana Silvertip. Ooh, I like the sound of that, actually. White Widow. Yeah, I do. I enjoyed the White Widow back. It's just every time I go into something new. What's the stuff I got upstairs? Jackpot, I think it was called. Well, sure, whatever. They were lined up out the door, and I had to pay $25 an ounce. Ooh, I had to. I'm like, oh. It really is a little better than the $20 stuff.
But I mean, then you get the GMO, and you're thinking, oh, GMO weed, that sounds great, but it's actually short for garlic, mushroom, and onions.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you smoke, and it's not that bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Well,
Sour diesel haze, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
well, I've got some GMO cookies on the go at the moment.
Ooh, I do enjoy me a creeper weed. I do enjoy that. You know, you're like, oh, I did not need that last bowl.
It's hard to get with a tolerance as high as ours.
It doesn't happen as much anymore. Although a couple, actually, I shouldn't say. It is once in a blue moon because Mark and I be hanging
Stuck
out,
to the couch.
and we'll start playing cornhole, and all of a sudden, like 3 ends in, also go, holy fuck! It's not, instead of mellowing out, you get worse. And that's when I can tell it hits him about the same, because every end he's like, "What's the score?" I'm like, "I just told you 30 seconds ago." "What's the score?" "Just told you 30 seconds ago." "What's the score?"
Hasn't changed.
Living in the moment. Living in the moment. I love it. There's Laszlo.
Cheers, Laz.
There be Laz.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year, lads.
Yeah, I just buy. These guys are mentioning different stuff. I'm of the opinion it's like, how cheap can I buy and still get messed up? And I dare you to sell at such a low price point. It's just.
Right. Yeah. 15-year-old.
I did not know you had a
still
turnout.
amazed at the prices.
Ooh. Yeah, the permanent marker. I want to know what that smells like. Does it smell like 80s permanent markers? They're all squeaky.
Right. Not the Sharpie.
You be making a poster in school, get high as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Go for recess. Yeah, I could use some fresh air. Jesus Christ, yeah. Oh, May. Alex says $40 an ounce in his area.
Mm. Can't beat that.
Cheers, Charles. Have a good one, buddy.
And you
Love
too.
you.
Happy New Year, dude.
I'm expecting possibly an off-air hang tomorrow or another night this week as well.
Monday.
We got the one and only, the legend, the collector. The collector! Fruitcake Tony himself.
Right on.
Who pretty much, I think, all lost picks, I think, go to him. Because I'm pretty sure the first time you lose a pick, Tony gets it. And it gets filed. You know, so he's got a pick of everybody.
The biggest problem with that is that when he signed that contract, it also came with all the left socks.
Well, there's that too, right? He's got them hanging on the headstocks like golf clubs, though.
Fair enough. Put them to use.
Or you polish. Ow. Right, yeah, the stuff bows to a 35% THC. God damn. That's the one thing I don't like on the res is they don't say the percentage. They don't mention it. They're like, we are not knowing. They'll just tell you if it's indica, hybrid, or a sativa. Beyond that, I guess price, or just visual. It's old school. Just look at it. Because they're like, what do you think? You're like, fuck, I don't know. It looks like you washed it in 7-Up and then let all the sugar crystallize on it. That's an high tier. Wow, this weed's really sticky. Yeah, because I spritzed it with 7-Up. Oh.
Nothing like a good salad bar. Good weed, good hash, good oil, and roll a joint.
Oh, that too.
What the hell did Hobart say? I can't even. What?
Someone blowing at the tube. John, it's like, is 35% a lot? Well, you'd be either puking or sleeping, John.
Yeah, I know. He'd be freaking out. We'd have to take him to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Panic disorder.
No, Taft could talk him down. Taft can talk down anybody. Taft is calming that way.
Right on.
I'm just saying. Taft would be good for that. Cheech asks, is CBD good for pain?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Take it from that. It doesn't really work on me, unfortunately. It will calm me to a certain extent, but then again, I got so much damn pain. I don't know. Now, John probably likes he would like a CBD.
Well, John likes the mango haze.
Oh, okay.
It comes in probably about 15% THC. It's higher in the CBDs, and it's pretty mellow. I mean, my daughter's the same way. She doesn't like.
Now, if you can find the CBNs as well, that does a whole other thing too. I can't remember. But it does stuff.
And various.
I don't know what it does, but it does stuff.
A fella wants to get his bong. I know where it is. I'll be right back.
Well, you go get. I don't recall Trev having a bong, but sure.
Yeah, you do. It's a Cheech and Chong bong.
Trev, I barely remember yesterday. So unless he was using it yesterday, you know.
I haven't used mine for quite a while, actually.
Yeah, I think like anything else, like some people are saying it did work, some people are saying stuff doesn't work in the chat. And it's all body type, like I think like anything else.
Yeah.
It's like some people, would take, can take an aspirin for a headache and it works, for instance, right? Whereas for me, I got to take at least a couple Tylenol 3s, even for a mild headache, for it to actually do anything.
Yeah.
And
then I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Some shit just does not work.
Yeah. It's like, do you take enough ibuprofen? Well, enough for it to work. I got to risk having liver or kidney problems. So, no, I try not to take it. Oh, I get it, John. That just comes with time, though. It's like the paranoia thing, It used to be you smoke a joint, your senses, doesn't it dull your senses, Ken? You're like, no, it turns everything up to 11. I hear and see everything because you're paranoid as fuck. But after a while, you just don't care. All right,
well, yeah, John, if you've got a little handheld vape full of your stuff, just do one hit and just go back to what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
play some guitar or do whatever you're doing.
Like I got one of those little ceramic one hitters that looks like a cigarette. The classic one hitter. They gave me one at the place years ago, and I carry that around with a little metal container that would carry mints in it. Oh yeah. And I used to carry it around. I still do. I call it my emergency roadside repair kit. You just pack it in.
Exactly.
Couple of hits.
A little bit more.
Lee says he wants to eat a lot more. See, all you have to do is keep yourself, your mind occupied.
Right.
Is if you don't think about it, you won't. Because although I've been there, believe me, I put on some weight this year. I get it. Hello from Brantford. What's up, Lucky Sevens Alternative Rock 8. Nice.
Seems to be a bit plugged. So I used to have the tools required.
Ow. Oh, pulled a muscle in my chest / back from coughing. And now when I cough, guess what? It hurts.
Mm-hmm. It's natural.
Lawrence has got the whole breakdown. There's Zach Thong.
Brother Zach.
I may have said hi to him earlier and then forgot. We got 67 people watching.
Right on.
Like I said, who's that Rick Beato guy, Trev? See?
Rick who?
Well, Johnny S. What's next? Your gear buy or bucket list. That's a good one. So which is, it's like there might be something you got your eye on. You're like, oh, I need this like right now, type thing. Or like, well, given the option, because if you don't have a right now need, what's a down the road want? For me, starting in, it's New Year's is in 2 hours and 6 minutes. So in 2 hours and 7 minutes, it'll be 5 hours. The year of the micro pitch. So I will be wanting to get
right on
a micro pitch pedal that I've already picked out.
I like how you go into the year with a theme.
You got to, right?
Well, and sometimes it's not written in cement.
No,
you can change it if it required. Year of the Explorer was a success.
Easy there, Herb. He'll block you in a heartbeat. Oh, Rick has no problem with blocking people. 3 years of pedals. Oh, it's pretty much every year. It's a pedal, Alex. If I had Rick Beato size channel, Ken, it could be the year of the Explorer, the year of the SG, the year of the Tenta, and
the
you
year
could
of
buy
my new Plenum Blue
or a guitar a month. But I don't have that yet. millions of you that are lurking over time.
Right.
All right, let's get the numbers going. Although I will say thank you everybody that is watching shit because
Yeah.
crap, a fella's noticed. I'm just saying the views have been going steadily up this year.
Right on.
Your review time steadily up this year, but recently, Ken, I get like to the point. Well, we were talking off air, like to the point where, let's say this time last year, a fellow was hoping for 1,000 views in a day. We'll say.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
The last week or so, I've been getting closer to 1,500 a day. Like that's a substantial increase.
50%.
Right? Even YouTube's like, holy crap! I'm like, I did my volume of work. That's all that is. Volume of work. It's a lot of Long McQuaid videos. That's what that is. But who cares? Brings folks here, right? Hi. How are you? All
You flood the market.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you're after, Trev? New that you want, need? Oh, you need an XLR cable. That's what you need. Not to get
Bring the amps closer, Ben. And I think that's what I'm going to do.
Or you can just
bring them in. Probably need an SM57 to put on the cab,
or a 58. It's the same thing, Trev. Told you, it's just a different knob on the end.
But Ben, as a Chevy guy, the 57 number has a certain specific grab on a fella.
Yeah, but to a guitar player, 58, especially an Explorer player, 58 means a hell of a lot too. Just saying.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I think this is the hyper weed, Trev. I don't think this is the wheelchair weed. They seem rather like I'm doing the shrooms. Wear shorter skirts for more views, Tom says. Right.
I ain't wearing a skirt.
And go with the unfurnished basement, right? What's up,
Bite was bigger than I wanted. Alex, I wish you lived nearby, brother.
Which I think they've kind of noticed some of that too, because I'll see numbers go up and then they go down and stuff, because sometimes they don't like that for some reason, because they think it's, I don't know, view mills. I don't know. It's not scary. It's a cute, right?
Yeah,
I like that.
There's a randomness to it.
Alex is asking, how long of an accelerator cable do you need? I have tons. Anything, because you can daisy chain them, right, Alex?
Well, I'm 18 foot, and it works, but it bows at both ends.
Yeah, you don't want that.
All you got to do is breathe on it, and the microphone starts pulling away from the cab.
You need at least 25-footer.
Or I just need to bring the cabs closer.
Or you get a big boy cable.
I don't like having to put on my spectacles to see my...
It's your amp. You said it. It's your amp. When are you twisting knobs on your amp, Trev?
Well, it's not the amp. It's the pedal board, Ben.
Well, that needs to be over. That needs to be,
Should be at your feet.
So he also needs a bunch of 25-foot quarter-inch cables, so he can run his pedals over and stuff.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm thinking we're going to bring them to the threshold of where the door is. And behind that, I'm going to put the desk on along the back, and I'm going to turn that into kind of a workstation. Yeah, here. It's going to be good. I got plans. I've been playing Tetris.
Don't get me started on amplifier Tetris, Trev.
I know. You're the king, and I've learned from the best.
Oh, I'm not the king. The Tone King is the king.
Well, true that. He's got so many.
He's got them all.
I found him when I did a JCM 900 search.
One of his videos came up. Can I remember what the pedal was? Oh, yep, Magnum 44, which Great Vanzini recently did a demo of. Okay, from 12 years ago, Trev. 12 years ago it came up. I'm like, one, I'm surprised I haven't already seen it, and two, I was like, why is that randomly coming up in my feed?
Algorithms.
Long-time collector, that man. So, on that note, I did clear that up. Okay, this is not a talking stick.
Right. Well, it could be. Kind of is.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
I seem to insert rant. You know? Yes. So we are looking at 2024 will be the year of the micro pitch, which I want. I'm saving up, I guess. If I have, my shekels, my extra shekels, that is.
Right.
For the Eventide.
Well, there it is.
Eventide.
I mean, for me, it depends on the mood, I guess.
Just saw your text just now, by the way, Trev. Just saying. So
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
that worked out smoothly. Like an hour later. All right.
My focused on Eventide.
But pedal friendly Eventide micro pitch.
I throw around the basil thing, like.
Right. And I see, you can tell by the way that it is on the top, Trev, that it's got 4 little protrusions. So I'm assuming she's a stereo in, stereo out situation.
You gotta think.
Yeah,
Or mono in, stereo out. Fine with me either way, made with the expression pedal. I don't know.
When I look at
you know why I don't know? Because I found the picture of it, Trev, and I went sold.
Yeah, it's Eventide. When I look at that, the way and I read it, that word, it's Eventide. That's the way I'd read that.
Yeah, but I see it like even flow. So Eventide.
Easy now.
I think it's around 400 Canadian. I think. Although it might be 400 American. I saw a $400 price tag, but I don't know what delineation that was in. So, yeah, Eventide. I don't know.
Right.
I think, like I say, Eventide. So, reminds me. I just saw Laz's address. Like I sent that pedal to Laz this week. Got to get that out this week.
Alex, I mean, I have a room for you. If you want to come up to Vancouver for a couple months and just hang out and make me cables, that's great. You come on up. I got a room for you. We'll feed you. It's good.
Yeah, exactly, Tom. What would you use those micro pitch pedals for? To play shitty Van Halen licks to start with, and then go from there. Right. But no. Yeah, that's kind of it, right? Like to start. I don't know, because I'm already a chorus always on guy, so it's just changing it up to a different modulation, as it were.
Different color crayon.
Yeah, exactly. And it is different because it doesn't move. It's more static.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's delays and detuning. I don't know how it works exactly. So that's what we're going to find out. That's what 2024 is to find out about. If I knew about it going in, not much of a entertaining year for me. So as far as the R&D side of the year goes. So.
Right.
And for those who are wondering also, why do I do a year of the... Well, that started, Trev, many years ago because a fellow would reach out and says, I want to help it, because I was doing a lot of pedal demos at the time. So it was, I want to send something in for you to demo. What should I get you? So it starts the year of the phaser, because I like phasers. Well, send me a phaser.
Right.
And then the year was send me a flanger, and then send me a chorus. Year of the Dodd. Let's do Dodds, and we got, either Dodds sent in or donations towards Dodds.
I kind of remember the year of the flanger being a thing.
Yes, which a lot of people thought was the year of the phaser. I'm like, no, we did that already. It's the year of the flanger.
I think that was my first year.
Which is kind of the same but different.
And that was the year of the Dodd, but that turned into the year of the Explorer. And here we are 2 years later.
Yeah. Hello, United Effect.
Cheers, man.
Zach reporting in that Young and Dundas is packed right now. I bet it is.
Sure.
I bet it is.
No doubt.
Scott Barkley is still the year of the Dodd. For you. Any regrets for 2023? Nope.
The last 2 months have been absolute hell and the biggest devastation to my family in 2 decades. But anyways.
Yeah, Trev was doing great the first 9 months of the year.
I'm bouncing back, baby. You
Yeah.
fuck me up.
Yeah, first time, like, because guitar playing during that 9 months, having done at least once a week, hanging out like this on or off air with Trav,
twice,
where we just taking a few lessons and more picking my brain as much as anything else as well.
Kind of my teacher, definitely an influence.
Especially after Monday shows now that I'm playing too. He'll come on after the Monday show as producer and he's like, "What was that lick you were playing there? What was that?" And I'm like,
slow down.
And I'll play stupid with my shit eating grit because I know it was the new lick that I hadn't played before in front of him. He's like, "Yeah, what was that?" I'm like, "Oh, yes."
What are you talking about, Willis?
Which one? When? Where? Yeah. What key?
I'm going to double down next year. I'm going to do another 1,000 hours and get it under my belt.
And we're going to work on some lead side for you because I know your rhythm's down. Like you're good there. You know, like even because again, sitting around hearing you noodle, you know, like saves Ken. Like when someone's just noodling like that, you can kind of tell what level they are as a guitar player. You know how their competency is. You know. And so, yeah, you're ready for that, you know. So,
I'm looking forward to it.
The legend himself has graced us with his presence.
Right on.
From the Windy City, and that's not because he ate tacos with my knees hurt.
Mr. Sweet Picker.
You got enough room to set up a kit there, Trevor?
Himself, R2R3 locking that. So.
R2, R3. Locking, not. Yeah, good to see you, brother.
Yeah. I'm big in Illinois, Trev. You know that, right?
I want to make a caveat to that 1,000 hours.
1% of my subscribers are just from the state of Illinois. I'm just saying. Which is like 5 or 6 subscribers from Illinois, which is pretty good, you know, for one state. I'm just saying. That doesn't contain New York or LA, you know, a mega city. Well, Chicago's big. Don't get me wrong.
It is a big wind city. Yeah, Springfield's a part of Chicago that I'm
Springfield's there.
For work.
Joliet, where Brother Aaron's from.
Yeah. Half those hours are going to be standing up, though. I have enjoyed playing standing up.
Dude, see, that's how the pick. You know, like I was telling you, like I've been sitting here, guys, playing using the same guitar picks for a year or two at a time, and they look fine. Then I started standing up and playing more this year, standing up, and
what the hell is that?
As one can see, oops.
Speaking of tacos,
yeah. So she's kind of worn down to the point now, Trev, where the pick slide marks are now worn into the wear marks because I've worn the pick up that much.
Sure. It'd be cool to put a little, but what do they call those little foot counters? Those pedometers,
right?
See how many actual steps you made in the year.
Right?
A pick counter, a pickometer.
Step.
Scotty and pedometer. I want to say, did our drummer try that one night in One Day to Live? You know, and he's 18 and sober, Trev. Like he didn't smoke, drink, nothing, right? And he would just say, "Okay, guys, let's play." I'm like, Jesus, easy, you know, like just
settle down, Beavis.
You know, some of the songs like, holy shit, boom, boom, easy, and then it's like, is this the one with the bird? Yes, you got Sonic the Hedgehog, that guy.
Well, that's when you turn it into like a speed metal tune, right?
Oh, we just go. No, that's when you're like, all right, we're already playing drop C. You get strobes going, circle pits, people puking. It's great. You know, it's all drum. Yeah. But he had all the energy, which is great because there's nothing worse than a drummer slowing down not only during a song but during the course of a set.
Well, fuck, we used to go through drummers like, another one, 3 tunes, oh fuck.
Spinal Tap reference is classic.
3 tunes in and I'm beat. Like Iron Maiden and a bunch of other crap like that. You know, like
15 patrons going to Grandma Seizures. Exactly. Down. That sounds like a good punk rock name, Scott, for a song. You can't dust for vomit. Yep. See, now Tom does the other way. He holds the pick still and just slides the guitar over it. Okay. Brazilian speed metal. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like people that have watched the channel over the years. Some of my intro videos. My friend Rex, it's the man with the long red dreadlocks. That's come up with a bunch of the intro music. Anywho's and hows. So I'm over at his place one day, and he's like, "So are you up on your Lithuanian metal?" Like, no, surprisingly not, Rex. I'm not up on my Lithuanian metal scene. I'm not really up on it. Come on.
I got Swedish, Norwegian, European, German, French.
Yeah. Well, apparently, what happened was Lithuania had their own version of like an America's Got Talent or one of those type shows, but pool's rather thin for bands in the country. Apparently, I'm just saying, because it was like 2 pop acts and then this metal band. It just slayed, and the crowd's just sitting there going, like, what? You know, what is this? You know, and it was it was heavy. It was pretty cool. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then you showed me the Japanese metal stuff there that I shown Trev that he loves.
Yeah, man, the ultimate genre. What is it? It's everything.
Any thoughts on Kiko Loureiro? I don't know Kiko Loureiro. I don't think.
The guy used to play for Megadeth. Excellent guitar player. Excellent.
Oh yeah, I'll defer to my metalheads that kept listening to metal past 1991. I'm sorry.
Excellent guitar player.
Right.
Like there's some metal I like, but it's not a lot of it. You know, I like what I like, and because it got to a point where there's only so many hours in a day, and it seemed like every year a new genre was coming out with like 6 bands that all kind of sound the same. Right. So I just pick 1 or 2 bands out of that genre. You know, 1 band usually. I'm good.
I spent all my time drudging in all the music that I listened to when I was in my late teens, early 20s. Yeah. Just the same playlist.
Pretty much. But I was getting into other stuff like by the 90s, like way. It's like I was talking with Unfucking Believable the other night. Faith No More. I forgot how much of an influence they were on me. You were
falling to pieces.
I mean, aside from the epic song that they had.
Yeah, but even like the stuff prior to that, you know, when the original singer was still in the band before Mike Patton even joined.
Exactly.
You know, like all that stuff. I was like, yes. You know, because we were getting to talk about it's the same as like early Soundgarden. Yes, when Hero was still in the band, it was very out there, but I loved it.
Out love.
Back when Chris had long hair and duct tape shorts. That's right. I'm like, he wore Doc Martens and duct tape shorts because he was wearing shorts covered in duct tape. I'm like, you be you, Chris. Must be a Seattle thing. Waterproof, I guess. You know. You can sit down on any park bench and not get a soaker when you got duct tape shorts.
You don't have to worry about scorpions.
Angel Dust is a great album, John. But yeah, when the real thing hit, like I wore that album out. Because like just Jeff Martin's playing. Just phenomenal. Wow. Tom Lind pulling a Guitar Man 45, Trev.
Right on.
Bam.
Right on. Cool.
Been there, done that.
I will celebrate that, Tom. And you know what? It doesn't matter if it was in 91, 2001, 2011, 2021. I don't care.
It was a moment. For sure.
Wish I could say the same.
So, yeah, I really got it. I don't know how I got into them. It's weird when that happens. Like, being in small town Ontario, it's not like I could go to a decent. It's like you're at the mercy of what you would hear on the radio, what you would see on Much Music, and what the local record shop would carry. For the most part, it wasn't until my late teens where we started getting into writing off to like Sub Pop or Discord Records in Montreal. That carried all the imports and stuff, and that was when you could, because I ordered in an early Suicidal Tendencies album from Montreal because Buddy was already putting in a vinyl order, and he's like, "You want anything?" I'm like, "Yes, give me Suicidal Tendencies. Join the army." It's like done. Well, that's your opinion, Scott. It's art. I didn't realize it until I watched it. I was telling Trev, it was about a month ago now. So watch an hour and a half long Mudhoney documentary. I fucking loved it.
Speaking of recent documentaries, I just want to come out and say,
yes. Oh,
Steve Morse. Are you fucking kidding me? Steve Morse. Holy.
Did you watch that? That was pretty good.
I haven't watched it yet.
It was good. I got the chance to stand like 6 feet in front of him down at Rock and Roll Heaven. Him and Dave LaRue on bass. Holy fuck.
Now, where was Rock and Roll Heaven, Ken?
What's that?
Where was Rock and Roll Heaven? Because it closed before I was able to go there.
I couldn't give you an intersection address. Downstairs.
Yeah. Was it on Yonge? Like, was it actually on Yonge?
Oh, I do not know. Yeah, that's gone back a long time.
Fellow Canucks in the chat might be able to help out with that one. Also, that reminds me, 90s, new documentary on the YouTubes, no less. You ready for this?
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Someone, a Canadian filmographer, has done an April Wine documentary, hour and a half long, feature length.
Right on.
Sam Dunn?
I'm there for it.
No, not Sam Dunn.
Oh, Sam Dunn does.
He does good stuff.
Yeah.
Possibly, but I don't think so. Easy, John. If we all start using Google, our Q&A shows are fucking gone, John. Right. That's how that works. Shut up. We don't mention the G word. Yeah, live Q&A because you don't want to use Google.
Right.
What's up, Brady Price?
Hanging out with friends, brother.
Is STP grunge? I wouldn't think so.
No,
grunge to me is like the Melvins, Mudhoney, Nirvana, I guess.
It's gotta be. I mean, Nirvana kind of carved a niche.
But
Alice in Chains
wasn't
and
complicated.
Soundgarden, I listened to when they were metal bands. There wasn't grunge.
Uses his opinion. Well, they suck, so yes. STP doesn't suck. There's some amazing songs.
The Leo brothers are amazing musicians.
Yeah.
Great music.
Scott Weiland was one of the singers of his generation, I'll say.
Yeah.
Dare I say.
Like me some Weiland and Slash.
Yeah, he'd be up there. He'd be up there.
Melvins is punk, so is Nirvana. Grunge was basically punk. True grunge. Well, it's just loud, distorted.
Yeah.
Right?
A metal inversions of punk.
Gretsch Zeppelin. Yeah, in fact, yes. I had heard about Jimmy's passing. STP was Texas grunge. What the hell is Texas grunge? Hey, I will say, yeah, seeing them live, they definitely did not suck. Jerry Cantrell's a hell of a guitar player.
Oh, absolutely.
Not early pit. That was Mud Clutch. You're thinking of Gary. Mud Crutch.
One of my biggest disappointments was not seeing Alice in Chains in the Metallica Shit in the Fields show, because it was during one of Lane's.
Lane was
right?
kind of fucked up.
The show, expecting it before they said, "Hey,
love you, Scott." You have your opinions. I will say that.
Right, Scotty.
Yeah, but just remember, opinions aren't always facts. Some facts can be your opinion, but not all opinions are in fact facts. Especially
true, yeah.
Music is subjective. Like Slayer, I can't fucking stand them. Trev loves them. A lot of people do. Big fucking successful band. Not a fan. Eagles, don't care for them. Doors, don't care for them either.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't mind them.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Hell yeah. 3-chord
I'd like
doors?
to hang out with him, Trev.
Right?
Wouldn't mind spending an evening hanging out with him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That. But yeah, it's just me. Everyone has different tastes, you know, and that's fine.
I'm the kind of fella that always threw a toonie. A what? A toonie in the guitar case of the buskers and had him play a tune. I mean,
Sure.
music is music.
Yeah, like for thrash, I was just saying 80s thrash. I like when Cliff was alive. I liked Metallica.
Yeah.
While Cliff was in the band.
You're early.
And I was a big Anthrax fan.
Yeah.
Big.
Bring it back some. Get that back.
Because James Hetfield and Scott Ian taught me a lot how to play, downstroke rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
And I remember having that conversation with my father, who was big as a he's like, "Why don't you just do it this way?" He's like, he's like, "You're gonna wear your hand out there." I'm like, "It doesn't sound the same." You
Right.
And he goes, "You're just playing it like a set of drums, like with so much fucking gain, you can't tell what note you're playing, anyways."
You gotta lean on it. You gotta mute it a bit.
Now,
Hit it
technically, Ken, the man was a boomer, and had I known that term in 1989, I would have said, "Okay, boomer." For him, John Fogerty is about as gainy as you need to get on a guitar. I'm like, what?
Bummer. Never got into Hendrix, I guess.
He thought Hendrix was an excellent sound technician. That's what his line was about Hendrix. But he didn't think he was much of a player. But then he realized, some more stuff comes out over the years, like, oh, he played in James Brown's band. He played in this guy's band. He played in that guy's band. Like, oh. He's like, oh. I was like, yeah. I just wish he had I wish they had invented on-stage tuners when Hendrix was alive. That's all I ask.
That was half the pizzazz. It was
no, it isn't, Trev. I ain't sitting through 45 minutes of an out-of-tune Stratocaster through a Marshall. That hurts the ears. That could hurt the ears.
Well, but that's the difference between a person who likes Slayer and a person who doesn't, right there.
Hendrix's recorded stuff, love it. And you could hear the progression from the first album through, by the time Band of Gypsies was happening.
I mean, Crosstown
he had
Traffic
matured more as a player to more of a blues rock, Because I don't know, what would you think? The first time you heard Purple Haze, that's got to be like hearing Eruption for the first time. You're like dun dun dun. You're like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck riff's that? Easy there, cowboy. What the fuck is this? I get it. Because the first time I heard, I was like, what the? I said, what is this? Just give it, and that's already being exposed to more modern music, as a Gen Xer, but I get it. Like when you hear all the guys back in the day when Hendrix was hanging out in England and, all the establishment players like, we're going to need to up our game.
Yeah.
It's like, speaking of Beato, watching his Andy Summers interview, Andy Summers said the first time he saw him, walks through the door, into the club, and he's on stage playing with his teeth. It's like, what the fuck? It's sounding good. It's what? No, hey, stop! Come on. Leave some meat on the bone for the rest of us. Nope.
Right.
Just giving her. See, that's what happens with lifestyle choices prior to gigs.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to be careful with them.
Yeah, if you're too Johnny Straight and Narrow, you ain't playing guitar with your teeth on stage. You're not doing that. Your lifestyle choices, well, now all of a sudden it seems like a pretty good idea.
And there's this real cute chick in the third row, 2 tables over. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Lee says he was in Steppenwolf and the Beatles. So was my dad. There's a lot of good Steppenwolf tunes too. Man, they had a much deeper catalog. Like you realize, well, I don't know. Again, could be Canadian content growing up, but like if you put on a Steppenwolf greatest hits, for instance, you're like, well, how many hits is that? They can go a dozen songs deep. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that. Magic Carpet Ride still rules. Exactly.
Yeah.
Great song. And I want to say, what was it? Jerry Edmonton, original drummer for Steppenwolf, is the uncle to Daryl Miller, drummer for Killer Dwarfs.
There you go.
Because some people will tell you Steppenwolf originated out of Kitchener, Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
Why exactly? I can't tell you exactly why, but maybe Johnny K lived there for a while. I don't know.
Makes sense.
I thought it was more like London, though.
Just going with what I heard growing up. So the tale says, and I'm not looking it up on Google.
That's big negatory.
Eddie Faye says, no. So Canadian rock is plagued with nepotism? No. What we have is CanCon, which is Canadian content laws.
30%.
So we wouldn't be overrun with global music and allow for a scene that's roots-based, Canadian grown, and give our domestic talent a fair shake, as we're all radio stations, television, any station that wants to be considered Canadian, it's got to play 30% Canadian content.
Exactly.
So as such, you figure 20 minutes of every hour, you're going to hear
Wines,
your Kim Mitchells, your April Wines, your Orlando Sports Bets, your...
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we should even pick bands that wouldn't have broke big necessarily anywhere else outside of Canada, right? Like the biggest thing is Tragically Hip, selling out arenas in Canada, selling out clubs globally.
Right.
That's the way it is. I don't listen to pop radio, so I could not tell you that one, Tom.
Oh, avoid the radio.
I listen to the rock station.
Silly person.
And it's somehow they're still able to do CanCon laws, Trev, and they don't have to play any fucking Nickelback outside a request hour.
You can do it. You just gotta put in the time and effort to make it happen.
They're like, nah. They'll play. We play them when? Between 3 and 4 a.m. Oh well.
Well, I mean, and there's a thing within that whole CanCon conspiracy of things where if you participate in certain events and win certain prizes, you get certain promotions, and you can get the government to pay to make your band be a thing.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
So, what it is Maple, M-P-L-E. No, M-A-P-L. Sorry. There's a little Maple logo on the back of all Canadian CDs. I need a Canadian CD. Oh, I do have a Canadian CD.
Right.
Does this Canadian CD have a Maple logo? Dave's World of Fun Stuff. Did you do
the Penny Black CD?
I have a Penny Black. Yeah.
Right.
Not Maple. Dang it. All right. Anyways, so what the deal is, all right, to qualify as full Canadian content, Canadian band members play on the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Songs written by a Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Songs produced by a Canadian.
Check.
Okay. Songs recorded in a Canadian studio.
Easy.
That's the all. Okay. Which is not really hard to do in the early days, right? To get the full. All right. So then you register with SOCAN, which is like ASCAF in the US, which is your shit gets played, you automatically get paid. Like they do your SOCAN's your little check.
All the little restaurants and whatever. Yeah.
So from there, so that allows a fella to say, Trev, I still want to be Canadian, but I want to sound good. Okay, well, let's go to LA to record the album. But the Canadian band, we wrote our own songs.
Right.
And we'll bring in David Foster, who's Canadian citizen, but he lives in fucking LA.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, right? And so they were able to, because the big brouhaha, if people that don't know, was around, what was it, the Robin Hood soundtrack with Bryan Adams.
Right.
Because that song didn't actually qualify as a Canadian song for the Juno Awards. Biggest hit around the world, heard it everywhere, 14,000 times a day, not technically a Canadian song. Because, sure, co-written by a Canadian who's been living in England the last number of years. Fine, whatever. Expat, expat. That's just an immigrant with money. An expat. That's all that is. He's living abroad. He had Foster produce it, but again, abroad. And it was quoted about. So it wasn't enough to qualify. It didn't have its 51% Canuck ability. Is what I'm saying. Because I don't think they had the Canuck musicians necessarily playing on it. They didn't bring in Keith Scott or anything. Like, oh no, we'll just use, session guys. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. And it was probably, if there was, especially some of those pop songs, they got like 5 writers and 5 producers. And if only one writer and one producer are Canadian, it's not a Canadian song anymore. It's only 20%.
There you go.
So
in the details.
Right. And I doubt that song was written by Bryan Adams. Any of that stuff. A lot of stuff's just handed to them.
Yeah.
The songs that are basically written around the movie.
Yeah. A lot of traction with that.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I got to water a rock.
You go do that. Now I got that song stuck with, and then the other one, 3 of them with, for the Three Musketeers movie. That's what, or whatever the fuck it was. Tom Roddy and fucking Bryan Adams and was it Rod Stewart or something? I don't fucking know.
I don't want to know.
Shades. That was Back in the vault it goes. Back into the vault it goes.
Yeah, that might have been a case of too much information.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it can't.
I remember that big controversy at the Junos because they're like, how does Bryan Adams, song not get Song of the Year? Well, because it's not fucking Canadian. It qualified for International Song of the Year.
Yeah.
Likely.
Did you do the Grammys too?
Oh, probably. And it would have Grammys, I would imagine, that it's eligible for. It's like I say, that song was huge.
Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston Bodyguard soundtrack, huge, right? Like that was a big. Which my dad hated that song. She's yelling. She's not even singing that. Dolly Parton sang that part. She's yelling. It's like easy, Dad. You rant this every. This is where I get it from, folks. It's my father. I'm just saying. I'm like, you say that every time. I'm like, I can't help that the video is on every 20 minutes.
Does Bryan Adams do anything anymore?
Yeah, he does. We'll call it a legacy act now, as much as anything. Like, I don't think he's doing necessarily a lot of new material. But I did see he was playing. Where is Pickering? Pickering has a new casino / event center / arena of some kind that holds at least a couple thousand people. And so
good gig.
It was not a
Casino Ram is a good gig.
Yeah, but it was also not a cheap ticket because it only maybe it's 4,000. Whereas he could sell out 20 still. So it was just all premium price. But it was the first because they want to have him as the official first act because they'll probably put up a fucking plaque in the lobby.
Oh yeah,
like, why was he in Jimmy Shoeshine? He sucks. Well, we used to have Bryan Adams here back in the day. Who's Bryan Adams? Oh, my grandparents listened to him. Oh, okay. I don't know. He did a summertime song or something. I don't know. Easy. So.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was still touring or doing anything at all.
Yeah, he's kind of got back into playing music, Like, I think he missed it,
Yeah, no doubt. Well, probably get some out of the studio, too.
He might be living in van again, too.
I think so. Well, that's where a studio
Actually,
is.
yes. If I'm not mistaken, and he's got the studio that you wouldn't even know is a studio because it's like, two storefronts with the door in between.
Yeah.
One of those little situations, and like no name or nothing, just very.
Yeah, you would not know.
Would unless you look for it, you don't even notice it's there, and then that's where a studio is. Yes, yeah. There was a late night, easy John, Google search, and we went down that rabbit hole. We found some fucking studio in Vancouver that he owns, or he's a part owner of, or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's where Bob Brock does most of his stuff now. Like when he's in Canada, that's where he does it.
Right. Nice text, Doug. Appreciate that. It's Down and Back Cornhole Podcast, live on Saturday nights. Just saying, him and the voice of Cornhole. I tuned in for a bit last night. It's quite enjoyable. They seem to know their stuff. Who knew? Who knew? So what did we rant about now? It's 10:30. We still got an hour and a half to go. Oof, that may.
No problem.
It'll be one of those nights, is it? All right. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Hit that like. Hit the join button if you want to support the channel. Come join the Water Buffalo meeting this coming Saturday. 1 p.m. Eastern. 10 a.m. Pacific. The third Wednesday. It'll be lots of fun.
They're a blast. Guitars aplenty.
Oh, probably going to see at least a dozen guitars. At least. Because generally if there's a new person, you're showing off your collection.
Yeah. Well, that's the initiation. Okay, what do you got?
What do you got? If nothing else, as soon as there's a lull in the conversation, it's like, hey, new guy, what's your number one?
Yeah, there's a story there. Every time.
Rant about why you shouldn't play shot roulette at 9 p.m. Nope. Nope, can't do that. Did we find out what Bo got for Christmas yet? Because it was waiting until Saturday because his son had to come home. What'd you get, Bo? That's what I'd like to know.
Dun, 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 dun. Drumroll.
That's I'd be curious on.
That Firebird would have been cool. That would have been a sweet guitar.
I'm looking for a 62 Firebird. I'm like, wait a minute. My spidey senses went off, and I'm like, wait. I've been watching some Uncle Larry videos because Uncle Larry's pretty much owned every Firebird in Nashville. And he's talking about the 5 prototypes that came out with 62. I'm like, Bo, you're not getting a 62 Firebird. Like, they do exist, but oh my God. I'm thinking it's got to be 6 digits, even for a shitty one.
Oh, yeah.
If there's only 5 of them. Broken headstock, pickup doesn't work, how much? 100 and a quarter. Right, because there's only 5 of them. Sure. Tom Lynn he says, I got my wife a limited edition red green show flannel shirt for Christmas. Oh, you have a very understanding wife. That's a bold Christmas gift. That's a bold Christmas. Although, all right, fellow Canuck? I'm not sure if Tom's a fellow Canuck or not. Because
gotta be Tom Green or Red Green,
or at least Northern.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah. I do want to do the red green soda pop taste where someone's got a chainsaw going right off camera, basically. With possibly random shotgun blast going off because someone's duck hunting as well, also within earshot. Just scare the crows out of the cornfield behind me.
Yeah.
Pay no attention. She's from Northern Maine. Well, that's basically honorary Canuck. All right. You notice he said she's from Northern Maine. He said,
Ixnay.
Red Green is king of the world. Still doing a live act, I think. Still does a live kind of stand-up Red Green thing. I don't exactly know how it works at this point. Randy Price asks, Ben, what's your ranking of A&W root beer? I'm currently number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the industry standard. Now, cane sugar A&W root beer. You know, it's like it's your girlfriend, and then it's all of a sudden your girlfriend in lingerie. You know, it's just it's just a little bit better. You know, it's a little fancy.
Or just got a boob job, or along that line.
You working out? Nope, just wearing yoga pants. Oh, fuck, those things are magical. God damn.
So where can you appropriate said A&W cane sugared?
Grocery stores. Same place. Like if you see Mexican Coca-Cola, they also usually have the cane sugar A&W. He says cane sugar A&W is his favorite. Yeah, they are sweet. But it's like a 4-pack, it's like $8.50 or $9 or something for a 4-pack. But 4 glass bottles of goodness. And it does taste different because it's in a glass bottle, I will say. As best we can.
And with some Captain Morgan's? Gotta try it. Gotta try it.
Ken would be like total upper shelf. It's like some top shelf limited edition Captain Morgan with the cane sugar A&W root beer. It's like, I have my up top shelf liquor with my top shelf mix. Look at me. Right, R2? Fucking cane sugar in the Mexican Cokes. I got into them, this year? Maybe it was last year. I don't know. But finally snagged on some, and yeah, they were life changing. I was like, that's the Coca-Cola I remember growing up. That's old OG Coke, or at least as OG as I know, because OJ was with the cocaine and wasn't that good. Stewart's has some nice stuff though. Stewart's orange cream soda, I think, is one of my favorites. It's like a creamsicle, but liquefied.
Sort of make a bitch and vanilla float.
Oh my god! Yes. Yep. Nothing wrong with that, RJ. Hawaiian pizza. I enjoy a good Hawaiian pizza. It's the only time I put pineapple on a pizza is a Hawaiian pizza. But I'm just saying, I have no problem with that, dude. I've been craving a pizza for a while. A good one. Not just not a Little Caesars or a fucking Pizza Hut even. I just want to go to one actual pizzerias in town, but it's going to be for a large pizza. It's going to be $30-$40 for a large pizza, probably. Yeah. But it'll be damn good, and you're not eating that in one sitting, that's for sure. There you go. Josh Tamber's going to have to try Captain Private Stock and cane sugar A&W, right? Patrick Trite says, fruit don't go on pizza. Ken, is this the point where I tell him tomatoes are actually a fruit?
Yeah, save that for later. That'll be the New Year's surprise.
I'm not saying, technically speaking. What about Murray's? I've never had Murray's. Tomatoes are not a fruit. Scott's very adamant about that. Well, I'm pretty sure they are. Isn't it technically anything with seeds inside a fruit? Isn't that how that works?
Basically,
technically be a fruit as well. Like a pumpkin is a fruit.
Well, it's like the difference between lemons and limes. One needs bees to create the next generation. The other doesn't. It just kind of grows.
No bananas. No, we're not putting bananas in. No bananas.
Yeah, no bananas. Banana bread all day.
Yes. Yeah, if you want to, cook a banana loaf right next to the pizza, that's fine. Might absorb some kind of the flavors in there, but it would be weird, but I'd eat it still. I enjoy a good banana bread. Oh, yes. That's okay. Thank you, Alex. See, you got a prod. Yes, it's affordable pizza right there at the Hilton food court. Don't hit the expensive food trucks and pay $20 for a fucking poutine. You just go in there. It is a little bit premium, Ken, but it's because it's a hotel food court. But it's like a mall food court off the hotel lobby. And it's still, and as a Canadian, because American food prices are cheaper, with food. And I'm like, that's not a bad price at all. It's like, slice of pizza is like $3 US. Out there, it's probably fucking $10. It's like, done. I'm eating there like every day. Banana loaf and a hot cup of tea. See, Rob's talking right from the coast, right there. That's, especially I'm a tea drinker.
Well, he's a left coast. Well, he's a right coaster. I'm a left coaster.
Exactly. Nothing like a good cup of tea, bye.
Salada or Red Rose?
Never buying Red Rose fucking again, Ken. Oh, there's a fucking rant. 1 in 6 tea bags. I bought a big one, like the fucking 300 count, right? I'm like, 1 in 6 falls apart every time I make a cup of tea. 1 in 6 bags falls apart.
Go.
Pisses me right off to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to put any sugar in or anything in advance. Like I gotta wait to see. I'm like, can I? So, and I'm always making enough hot water in the kettle for multiple cups of tea because I don't know how many bags. So I decided to. Oh, Murray's was the Italian place. We sat down. Oh, fuck that place, Alex. Never again. Fuck that place. No, that was the exact opposite. Most jacked up fucking. I paid like fucking $30 for fucking chowder or something. Retarded. No. 2 bowls of chowder and a couple of pints and it was like $30. Fuck that place.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Expensive beer.
Expensive something. So, yeah, I will never darken their doorstep again. Never again. So, yeah. So where was I? Fuck it, Alex took me off. Gary grew up with Italians, anchovies and sauce, thick crust, no cheese. Oof, to me. No thanks. Michael Cross is here, but he's going to bed soon because he's freaking old. That's fine. If you want to get a cup of tea, just make sure to squeeze your bag. So, yeah. That's what it was. Tea. Thank you, Rob. He got me back on track. Easy, Alex. I'm ignoring your comment because I'll get sidetracked again. Now I got a bunch of Twinnings on sale. The premium stuff, Ken. Oof, man, with the string. Ooh, with a little tag on it. I'm like, and that stuff's it's premium, and I'm like, because I go back to the Red Rose. I'm like, Red Rose. Fuck, it says like Storm. Sucks. Yeah, the Twinnings is.
That's the other one I was thinking of, Twinnings.
Yeah, that's the good shit. I got English breakfast and Irish breakfast.
Kinky.
Yeah, exactly. Scott knows the Irish breakfast. It's just a bit stronger than the English. That's similar flavor profile, just stronger cup of tea. Bolder, if you will. And it's nice. They got the little fucking like your DeMarzio does with the pickup. Here's your flavor profile for strength, caffeine, strength. It's a little fucking flow chart, little equalizer thing going on, which was awesome. All right, now I'll go back to Alex. Wait, what? I've gone there. I was spending $20 and let's drinking 3 beers and lasagna. Well, then John Mancuda ripped me off, Radford, because John was, let's put it all on one bill. Bullshit. So then again, I'll never eat dinner with John Mancuda again. So there's that. So Yeah, that was bullshit. I think I covered part of him and or his alky girlfriend train wrecks dinner that night. She was just not happy to be there. Do I order stuffed crust or hand to stuffed crust? Yes. Given the option. No shit, Scott. No shit. I didn't realize it until later. I thought I had the bill because I asked for the bill and they're like, oh, it was all combined. I'm like, what? No. I can't drink Earl Grey. It's like drinking potpourri. It's way too flowery smelling for me. Oh, I tried it. Because I bought the Twinings variety pack, Ken. Like, Earl Grey, Lady Grey. Lady Grey is just a weaker version of Earl Grey. Fuck it, all flowery. Fuck that shit. Nope. I'm like, what? The breakfast teas I like. And I'm getting low on the red rose. So I might get myself some Tetley. I mean, because Tetley's been on sale lately. So a fellow might get himself some Tetley. Right, Alex? I didn't screw up. Somebody was insisting those are the prices, and rather than cause a scene, I just shelled it the shekels and said, fuck this. I don't think I talked to John Mancuda again after that, Alex, to tell you the truth. I don't think I've spoken to him since. Anywho's. Oh, Sump Pump's still going like a son of a bitch. That's good to know. But yeah, I do enjoy tea. I think I had tea on last Sunday's show. To start the show. And I got cold. And I didn't feel like getting up and reading. So I opened the can of coke. Good old Acme tea. That would be awesome. Right, Alex? Very few people that were at that dinner that night I've talked to since then, Alex. Put it that way. Aaron and JJ. That's about it. Patrick says it hasn't rained or snowed here since October. Wow. He's in the great Alberta desert, apparently. Oh, wait, I heard about that. Mark Taft says, Ben, have you ever tried loose leaf tea? Yeah, 1 in 6 bags of fucking red rose bust wide open. I try it all the fucking time. No, but I have, yeah. So you can either get a little canister or you get strainers. I get strainers. My mother was big time into tea. So, yeah, we got all the different kinds because she was into all different kinds and stuff. So, strainers just on the top of the cup. So it's kind of straining. And yeah, I thought you'd like that one, Mark. Yeah, the first thing in the morning, all I want is fucking cup of tea. Start my day, just want to have a cup of tea, wake the fuck up, Yeah. Even the cat understands. I'm not going to get all under your legs. You just woke up. I don't want to get kicked. Exactly. She knows she'll get a little bit of milk. She's got to get the milk out to put in the tea. She understands that. And then, you're stirring it up. Come on!
Gear.
I don't want to pour it down the sink because I don't want to fucking get a bunch of ground stuck in the sink. So I toss it outside or something. Grumbling away. Then so I'm like, fuck that now because I got the backup. There is no second chance with the red rose if that happens in the morning. I go for a 20. Now get a nice cup of tea. Fucking feed up. That's right, John. It might be the British. Shimmy and the East Coast in me. We didn't have coffee growing up. It was always pot tea on the go. Always pot tea after breakfast, dinner. There was always pot tea after dinner.
Yeah. Same at my folks' place when I was a kid. It's always tea.
Yep. I think it's probably because hassle, right? Like, because unless you had a percolating, because there wasn't really coffee makers till the mid '80s with the Mr. Coffees, or early '80s. Or you had instant coffee, which
it's just going to say or instant.
I keep it around. But half time I'm mixing it with hot chocolate anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Get yourself a nice little mocha thing going on. That gets you going. All right. Get a peppy stuff. 50-year-old man drinking fucking half hot chocolate, half fucking instant coffee with sugar. Ooh, that may.
Hot chocolate and a little bit of Bailey's.
Or is that?
In wintertime, Ontario.
I'm trying to hijack the show, so I'm going to send you something to hijack the show with. That's true, Doug. That is true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Hour and 4. Dang it. All right, Mark. All right, well, you know what? Trev's taking a long leak, is what I'm saying, Hip. I just realized he's been gone a while.
Yeah, it could be mounting down, too.
This is true. So we're just going to put him in the green room. If he returns, he can add himself back in.
You know so. He has the technology. There's firework number 2. Did you hear that?
Jim, he's on shrooms. He ain't eating.
I can eat when I'm on shrooms.
Well, that's another 50 milligrams. Oh. He has family. He's listening. And he agrees with Jim. He ain't eating.
Well, with families.
He over-imbibed it at all, Ken. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
You too would like to razz Trev about tonight's becoming a channel member, and you too can talk to him at the Water Buffalo and we go, hey, what happened?
Haven't seen Alex there for a bit.
I'm already on it. Where the hell is Alex? With your name change. Easy. Apparently it's been a minute. It's been almost 3 years since he's been on by the looks of things. 60 Cycle Steve! Give and flow. Mark's like, let's rip a tune on the glass act. I just had a 50 milligram, Mark. It's like, easy. All right? He goes, yeah, but that hasn't kicked in yet, so you got time. I can hear him in my head. Yep. That's what he would say. Yeah, you got time.
Danger.
Trev is not out. I will say that, Randy. You don't pass out on you can't pass out on shrooms. Well, you try, but you can't.
You're too busy laughing and smiling for no reason.
He probably has a permagrin happening.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right. Stem already out. Therefore, was. Oh, look at that. We got a whole bunch of. Okay. So apparently, it's going to have some earlier. Than, what's with the hair going on? There we go. Right, John? 8 p.m. Yeah, if you are one of the friends and family and want to join, if you're an alumni of the channel, if you were, reach out to a fella. Like having a 4 people. I don't like having too big a crowd. I don't want a full Brady bunch. It's too much. I like up to 4. Up to 4 is nice. Up to 4.
4 is the number.
Oh, delivered pizza. Yeah. Randy Price never done shrooms. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, there's first time for everything.
It started out small. 2 grams max for you.
Oh, that's not small. Like, I wouldn't go much more than a gram the first time out.
Yeah. Depends what you're looking for.
I still remember the one night buddy came over. He's like, "Can you get some weed?" I'm like, "Pretty sure." It was really nice because where I lived, I could just look out my window and across the intersection. If I saw a light on an apartment above the store, the other side of the intersection, I knew my buddy was home who always had weed. So, oh, lights on! I'm like, let me go see. So I go over and turn a Jack and Beanstalk situation because I came back. I'm like, well, you didn't have any weed, but I got a quarter ounce of shrooms. Well, cool. Tonight just got different. I said he's waiting on some. He'll let us know. I'm like, okay. Which got to the point where me going over every hour or two, go, hey, you're like, we're tripping balls. You kept the weed yet? Nope, not yet.
It's been 10 minutes. Like, come on.
Yes, 11:01, Gary. Same time zone, both sides of the lake. Geographically, Gary's one of the closest people to me. Same time zone? Yes, Gary, same time zone. So things to look forward to in 2024. I think we'll have Jim on for another. I got some amp questions, so I want to have Jim on again. Josh Tamberg's going to come on at some point. Figure that out. This coming 1 week from tonight, we have Melancholy Circus coming on. The band Melancholy Circus. That should be fun. Yeah, Happy New Year to Cape Breton because they're an hour ahead of us. There we go. I'll smoke to that.
I just kind of wondered.
From half the family's from there.
The Nova of the Scotia.
I will
Happy New Year's, Rob.
Here, let's mix it up. What's that? No. Ooh. There. Ooh.
Oh, you have true disco lighting.
They're really strobing, though. They're actually going through 5 different colors, I think. I don't know.
Well, that might be a good thing in about a half hour or so.
There. Sure. No, that's even fucking annoying by my standards. Back to basic blue. Which is much darker in here than it is showing. I will say that. Yeah. Earl City Records in the house. I want to say out of Surrey, BC. I do believe.
I do believe, yes. I might be thinking something.
Welba in the house. 60 people watching. Oh, it sucks, Joe. All right. Gary says, Trev inspired me. Going to get a bottle of something and a glass. Be right back. All right. So talk amongst yourselves till Gary gets back.
We'll be here. Then you got to tell us what you're drinking, though.
Talk about living in the moment. Someone pops in the green room. I'm like, oh, right. I sent out the link to somebody like fucking 2 minutes ago.
Huh. Maybe, I guess.
Young Mr. Red returns.
How's everybody doing?
We're doing.
All
right. Doing it to it.
Doing the public New Year's hang. I'm not. Having said, we're 2 hours in the show. I'm not a New Year's person. I detest New Year's. I'm one of those people. So most of the time, a couple years ago, I did just an off-air StreamYard hang with a few friends. Then last year, we had a few more people want to show up, so we did an off-air Zoom hang on New Year's Eve, and that was fun. And then this year, I was like, God dang it, it's on a Sunday. I got a show on Sunday, so I guess I'm doing a New Year's show.
Gotta do a New Year's show.
So here I am doing a New Year's show.
Taking one for the team.
I usually always worked New Year's because I would do at events and stuff. I was usually a ticket taker or a security guard, so we'd always work New Year's, always.
Yeah,
especially in San Francisco. Yeah,
we did sound New Year's. The only good thing about is minimum double, usually triple pay for New Year's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
So that's what made it
usually well worth the effort.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. That's why I always did, because I'm like, I didn't really.
The last one I did was we were playing for New Year's, and we got lucky because it was. Do I say skewed older crowd because they're basically my age? Like we're middle-aged people, but it was like you could tell, like they had babysitters, shit like that. So it was literally by 12:30, the place was basically empty, and we were supposed to play until I don't know, like say 2 a.m., which was last call. And then we finished our set at like 12:40, and they're just like,
yeah.
I went up to grab a drink. They're like, if you guys want to take off, like, we're okay with that. Because it was literally, it went down to like 5 people. Yeah. They went from, 60, 70 people to 5. And we're like, really? He goes, yeah, same pay. Like, you guys were awesome and stuff. And I'm like, Siskel's, because I didn't even ask the band. Because, we're all like, hey, do you want to play for 5 people or do you want to go home?
Right.
It's like, well, let's go home.
No, I mean, if the bartenders and them are telling you that, then yeah, go home.
Yeah, we're like, okay, done. Other than a couple of the band members that were on certain things that were expected to, they had it timed out differently. I'm still. Someone driving me home because I'm not driving home right now.
I'm tripping, man.
It's a thing. Like New Year, I would always either work, and then for the last couple of years doing sound, I'd always work because it would always be a DJ.
Yeah, a few years there we did a band New Year thing, which wasn't bad because we're a 5-piece band, so that's automatically minimum 10 people because the WAGs, the wives and girlfriends.
There you
My
go.
sister hates the term. I'm like, well, that's what you fucking are, the wives and girlfriends. So do the WAGs.
No, yeah, we would have certain venues that would in my town. We would have certain venues that would do like actual bands, because we almost like where I'd work. We almost are kind of like set up where it's literally like 6 bars all right next to each other within a 1 block radius. So it's very easy for everyone to go bar hopping, go see anybody. So it's kind of like every other bar. It's either has a band or has a DJ. The latest, like at first we usually would do, we would actually close New Year's, because that would be the New Year's. Because we would do beginning, we would do really well during every other holiday. They were like, New Year's is what we would do for the all of the employees. So we would do a employee party usually during New Year's. We close it down at like 9 p.m. Like the bar would be up until 9, and then we would be like, hey, anybody that's not a worker or friend of a worker that's been invited to this party, you got to go. So
boom. All right, we may have someone else joining in. I'm just saying.
All right, but after that,
someone you know and love.
Always
Alex,
a DJ.
Someone you know and love.
I mean, is it my boy?
I'm not saying who it is. So it'll be a surprise for all of us. Because I'll forget. And I'll say, "Oh, look who's there!" Type thing.
I have an idea.
So yes, stay tuned, folks. The cavalcade of stars continue.
It's gonna be a whole NAMM reunion.
Very well could be.
See, I wish the other people could see the chat. Oh, we can. Okay, it's comments. Oh.
Yeah.
Come on.
I get to, yeah. You use Streamer. You should know that. Jeez.
But I'm usually the host.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah. No, it's nothing funny. You're guesting on a show and you go to highlight a comment. You're like, great. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Do.
The amount of times I'll do that when I'm on Charles' show. So. Oh, you want to come on as a guest? You want me to take over your show? Because that's what's going to happen. Well, we only have an hour. All right. Well, ask me 3 questions then. God knows I can be long-winded. So, are you going to NAMM this year?
I am. I'm actually driving down with Laz. Me and well, I'm staying at the giant party house with Laz.
He's like, "You're missing out." I'm like, "No, I am not."
I mean, in some ways, yes. In some ways, no.
Well, yes and no, because I will tell you one thing. I would have been claiming one of those rooms with the queen-size bed to myself. Because I need my Fortress of Solitude space.
All I know is I was one of the first people that spent money, so I don't know what's going to happen for me.
Laz is like, there's like 2 rooms with queen-size beds. I'm like, yeah. He goes, then there's a room with like 4 bunk beds in it. Which one would you be in? I'm like, not the bunk. No. He's like, no, I'm totally doing the bunk bed thing. I'm like, I know you would. It's not fucking camp. I'm like, I need a place to sleep off all the lifestyle choices I make from the time I get up in the morning till the time I pass out. I say go to sleep, I pass out. It's more apropos. And then, I need that. Yeah. I'm like, no.
See, I'm usually only drinking and I'm smoking weed. And this year is actually going to be really fun because since I am driving down with Laz, I get to bring all of my own stuff.
Yes, you do.
So I'm not flying this time. Like because
yeah, but you're still going to run out. You're still going to run out.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, unless you bring a freezer.
I actually won't. I'm actually I've already told many people around me like, hey, I need certain stuff
I'll be right
during
back.
this time.
No problem, Ken. Yeah. Well, because I remember I was going like daily, and sometimes we would have to drag Aaron in because we're like, we need this. We can't get what we need, so we need you. And he's like, I don't care. Like,
I remember when we went, we had to ask JJ, but that was also because of the flights that like Garguts took in, and that just Garguts took in that first flight. He didn't take a flight that like made him around like any dispensaries. And I will say, compared to the very first time I went to NAMM, there used to be a dispensary within walking distance of NAMM.
Yes.
Hey, what up, Bo?
I just noticed you sent me a link.
Well, I think you asked an hour or 2 ago for it, so.
I did? Oh, okay. I'm here. What's up?
How's it going?
Just hanging out, having fun, talking gear.
Yeah.
But yeah, there used to be a dispensary within
47 minutes. All the New Year's show.
I think everybody went to bed. I'm not sure. Quiet.
See, I still have like 3 hours until midnight.
Right.
3-4 hours.
3 hours.
I have to both
3 hours and 45 minutes.
Were you in California?
Yep. Exactly where I'm in. I'm in California. So.
All right.
That's why it's gonna be fun when I go down to NAMM because first time I'm gonna be driving, so it's gonna be a long trip. I usually have always flown, so it's usually only an hour.
4-hour drive.
Oh, for me, it's an 8-hour drive.
Oh, okay.
Overall, because I live, it's gonna take an hour to get to Octopus Ears, and then from Octopus Ears we're going down to Laz, and then from Laz we're going down.
Sure.
So, and I've done it before from my place. I think it's about that same direction in a way. It's about 8 hours, 6 hours with no traffic, depending on what time. We don't know what time we're going yet, so I've been told that if we go in like the middle of the day traffic, it's going to take us 8 to 10 hours. But
gotcha.
I feel like none of us want to do that. So hopefully 6 to 7.
Oh, it should be fun anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I get to bring the Vola back down to Nam.
You do. Repatriate it.
Yep. Gonna bring it back down to LA.
RJ lives in Oroville.
Oh hey, I didn't know. Oh yeah. Oh, I live in Grass Valley, so I live like 20 minutes from him.
How much more room is
Maybe.
still a bunk bed? RJ's like, is there still a bunk bed available?
Gotta hit up Laz.
Now the question is, how many of you are smart enough to actually just get an NAM pass from Ike since you're staying with Ike?
None of us.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, at least not me. Well, maybe some of them. I don't know. Not me. I had actually pay the whole.
Only Aaron.
50.
Aaron, I know Aaron will.
Because I used to get the AE pass.
Right.
The Audio Engineering Society pass, which that only cost me $25. Every year I've always gone.
Most times.
Yeah. But it's apparently AES is no longer there. They're no longer doing the whole student oriented stuff up in the Hilton anymore. So
Gotcha. 60 Cycle Steve says, damn, y'all got a haul down here. Yeah, where's Steve? Like San Diego area? What's up, T-Bone?
not too bad.
Because no one's called you that in a day and a half.
Hey,
I'm
Terry!
Sure.
Hey.
Hello, Terry. How are you?
Terry woke up.
Actually, I was gaming a little bit.
I was gonna say because I saw.
Well, because he wasn't active in the chat, you see. So I'm like, he may have fallen asleep. He's like, wake? I'm like, nope, he's awake.
No, I just was away gaming on one of the freebies I got.
I was gonna say his Discord definitely tattled on him because I knew what he was doing. He was definitely gaming.
Oh, is my Discord running?
Mm.
Oh, shit.
Well,
How's it going,
because I'm friends with you. Yeah, I just.
What's your
see what you're
right
doing.
now? Okay. But about an hour outside of NAM, so if there's no traffic, and there's always traffic, right?
Oh yeah, Riverside, nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Riverside College. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just bringing in the new year with fresh, clean laundry.
Nice, you rock star.
I feel you there. I feel you there. I did the same thing.
Nice.
And no, not coffee. It's actually President's Choice root beer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's that mug though? Ah, nice, nice.
Oddly
That's a
enough,
good scene.
The last ex, this was one of her Christmas presents to me. She was like, "I don't know if he'd like it." I'm like, "I love it." It was just so unexpected. I like Pulp Fiction. It's a beer stein or whatever, and it was like a big mug. So I was like,
What
man,
not to like?
Undone and done.
Yeah. No brainer.
Yeah, what not to like?
Zach is wishing you a happy New Year's, Terry.
Hey Zach, Happy New Year's to everyone. Scott, I was playing some Need for Speed Unbound. Or no, not. Let me just double check.
Is that unleaded?
No. I did buy the new one though. It was on sale on Steam for like $13.
Oh, nice.
So I grabbed it. It was Need for Speed Payback Deluxe Edition.
Oh, yeah, that's a little.
Tom Lynn
one,
saying Happy New Year. I'm going to slice some meat in my new slicer. You give her. You just give her. Just not too hard. None of your own. We don't need any
Just
pinches.
as long as you don't slice your meat.
And by the way, Alex, when I said we had someone else come in, it wasn't Bo and it wasn't Terry. Still got another guest coming.
I didn't think it was either one of them because I hadn't seen Terry at NAM before. Or Bo. So.
Well, he was lurking. He was really. He was like deep lurk. Nobody even saw him there. Nope.
Well,
I have this. I'm
he
listening
told
to the
me
stream
and all of
have
us
it
he was
up
working
here.
12-hour days. So.
Gary
that'd
bought
be
a Vola just like the one Steve from Boston has and gifted it to a good friend and fellow player last June. Awesome.
Nice.
Ooh, really? I always love a Vola.
Yes, Steve
I always love a Vola.
I was gonna say, yeah, that one that Alex won. That is.
I don't like the weird little thing in the back of the body. I don't like that.
Yo,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that turns me off. Unless the
Yeah.
jack is somewhere incorporated right into that, then I'm like, okay, but
Wait.
it's not. So I don't want it.
that'd
What do you
be
mean?
kind of a good idea.
So like, my guitar's like just like the same as like.
Happy New Year
Gibson.
to you, Rob. Where it is a new year for Rob.
Yeah.
Currently, Rob's all-time try is watching a live stream in the previous year
where's
Yeah.
Ron?
And you too,
I
Rob.
mean,
Rock
Right.
on,
that
brother.
part,
on Cape Breton Island, which is actually in the Atlantic time zone, 1 hour ahead of us.
see,
Yeah, that's
I,
what,
I love every aspect of that.
You know.
All right,
Yeah, that
but what about the jack though? It's just right here.
No, that's fine there. But like, does it have the weird little
Oh,
dipsy
No,
too?
it doesn't.
No,
have
no,
the
no, no,
weird
no.
S to
Mine
it.
doesn't.
No,
No,
it
mine's
doesn't
like
have that weird little
mine's
shit,
like no, mine's like a Gibson, it's just on the edge.
Yeah, I know, but you know, like
No,
where
but
right
the-
around the strap button, they have that weird little
Strap
kick
button
out.
in the back.
Yeah.
back.
Yes, I've seen that. I think Gonfall has one. I think Gonfall has one. He has the Oz that has it like that.
Here, why don't I solo you out so you can show that off?
You
Here
too,
we go.
Jeff.
There you go.
There you go,
Yeah.
folks.
Shing, shing,
I
shing,
played
shing.
that guitar.
Yes, he did. Right before I won it.
Oh wow. I can't remember. Is that actually like the grain ingrained into it, and then the finish over top?
Yeah,
You
because
still
it's a
feel it?
burl. Because it's a burl top. Yeah, you can still.
Yeah,
feel
that's what I wondered.
Yeah.
Because I mean, before I don't remember it looking like that.
But the back,
I don't-
but the back is full mahogany. But yeah, it's a full
Yeah.
burl, just top, just right where the veneer is, and the. So.
Because I don't know, like to me, I never noticed that before. Like I don't know if maybe with age the burl is kind of sunken a little bit, maybe.
Oh, possibly. I will say if I take better photos, you can actually see it, and I mean like in person, you actually feel the true wood grain that's
It's
in it.
ridiculous.
I will say I'm using
Yeah.
a GoPro. I'm using a GoPro Hero 3 as my camera, so I will say not doing the best job.
Yeah, still shows it off pretty good.
And we're only in 720 or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Same. Well, I can turn my camera up. How do I do that? So you're gonna look over here. That goes fisheye. That goes fisheye.
Shows the little bit of stash there.
There's no point in going that high. StreamYard only goes to
We won't
720.
help you.
No, but you guys would at least see it.
Maybe.
Nope.
Oofta. What's up, Milt?
Maybe.
Happy New Year, my friend.
It's about the same.
It might be just also my lighting because I just have one really bright light
Yeah,
over here.
the lighting would do it too. But
I need
still,
one, I need
it's just
another
like,
one.
to me, the only thing that would have made that guitar like even more crazier is if they would have did the headstock matching.
Well, I will say they no longer make the Blaze X like this at all.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
At all.
exactly.
That is true.
They don't even
I
do the
agree.
burl top at all. So
I agree with Ben though, in saying like as much as it's cool to be innovative, that slight inward and then hard kind of cut and then swerve again just kind of throws the look off of their.
yeah, I believe
instruments.
Gonfall has the Oz that's like that. The Oz is
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. They also got the telly style like that, and it just makes it even more kind of
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you can make it the actual body shape. You're not going to get sued for that. It's the headstocks.
No,
Take care of
my favorite Vola out of all of their ones, it was a white E type. It was Fred's. They're one of their builders.
Mhm.
It was his signature one. It was the white and red E type one. That thing was killer, and it didn't even put the E type it put the socket like in the perfect place where you wanted it.
Mhm.
But it was one of their most expensive guitars. So
I did yesterday. I found a Yamaha 1421
Oh,
that I bought in the 90s. I thought I lost it.
Yeah, you
And,
lost it just in your pile of stuff. That's all.
Here it is. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, it was amazing. It
That
was
one.
like one of the first Yamahas that I bought.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like one of the best Vola guitars that they had. That one was sweet to play.
Ken's like, yeah, it's about the right shape. I dig it.
Yeah, it's the 410.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Volvo
I
makes
don't like
guitars
white
that.
guitars though. White guitars, nah.
I don't mind.
Not too white.
Because they'll age as opposed to a black guitar, which is just going to show off fingerprints.
Well, depending on the
True.
clear coat. If it's got the UV resistance in the clear coat or the paint in
Since
it.
you don't like white guitars, this like guitar is all the white.
here's everything white.
White and black.
Well, black hardware, but you know.
He doesn't like white guitars.
Now, now that's all white.
Okay, I know Bo has a white guitar, so let's not even go there. And Ben's probably got one.
Bo
I
is
know
just
he's
sitting here
got-
like, oh, I'm just
Yeah,
waiting.
yeah.
I'm just
Would you like me to get the
waiting.
white Les Paul or the white Telly?
That's what I was just going to say.
One of each, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I have
Yeah,
to tell
I
you.
got all the flavors of vanilla.
I was going to say, I think Ben has at least one white, if not.
And then you got the off-whites, right? Between the naturals and the blondes. And,
Yep.
Well, aren't we special?
well, just lucky.
Well, I know my guitar is gonna turn yellow because I do smoke with it in the room,
Yeah.
and it does not have a case. So it's like it's the
no
only
case?
guitar that does not have a case. It's the only guitar I have that doesn't have a case. Is that Explorer?
Alright.
And the cases for a Kelly are huge,
Well,
man.
yeah, that's the
They're
whole thing. It's like
huge.
for a case for a Kelly, and it's more of like because I bought it off of Reverb. I bought it off of Reverb. So, but yeah, I got a case for everything else.
But yeah, that Kelly was
Do I use
nice.
them?
That
No.
was a really nice find as well, too. Too bad it took forever to get to you.
Actually, cases are my biggest storage problem.
Yeah, that was
Right?
annoying.
Tell me about it.
No, and you know what also was kind of shitty about the Kelly was it was apparently one of my aunt's dogs found it first.
Oh, jeez.
So the box was torn into a little bit. That's actually what the whole, it didn't really like take too long from Reverb. Yes, it did, but a month, whatever. And stuff came from technically a used place and from a guitar shop. Okay. But no, apparently one of my aunt's dogs got into it first. He was a brand new puppy. He actually didn't get really much into it.
I can relate, Bo, about guitar cases because, like, Mayhem, he needed to store a bunch of guitars because he's getting his basement remodeled, and he's like, "Can I borrow some cases?" I'm like, "Sure. What do you need cases for?" And he starts to list out guitars. So I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "So which one is those you can cover?" I'm like, "All."
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Because there's like a dozen hard shell cases, half of which are like
Yeah.
generic Fender style. Like you put
Yeah.
whatever, like there.
And that's the nice thing about the Vola. It can easily fit in one of those. It's
Yeah,
same
any
style.
Strat case.
It's
or
just
any
a
gig
little.
bag
I will say it's a little thick.
is a little thick.
It is a little thick.
That's-
So,
that'll fit
but-
in any case.
Real
but I
guitar
do.
should be-
But the Vola, I already have its own hard shell flight case for it. So
Nice.
I had to take it on a flight when I want it.
Touché.
That was the
Right.
thing. I want it, but that's the thing. I had to pay $100. Here's what I'll say. I paid $100 for this guitar because I had to pay $100 for the extra bigger thing. But I was taking first class flights for that flight for some reason.
Well, look
Don't
at
ask
you.
me how.
Jeez.
Don't ask me how it was. I found a random upgrade like the 2 days, like the day, like when you check in and they ask you, do you want to upgrade to first class
Yes.
for like $30 more? And I'm like,
Yes.
yes, please, and stuff. And it
Jeez,
it
yeah.
upgraded me for both there and back. So it was when I came back that like all of my other bags were already free. So I'm like, sweet,
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
I had my ex with me too, so it was like all of her bags were already free too and everything. So I'm like, okay, $100 for just bringing this back. Now I'll do that.
Done. Yeah.
No problem.
Very nice.
It's a $3,000 guitar. Let's go.
My first carbon that I bought back in '78, they didn't have FedEx or UPS or anything like that, so I chartered a seat on a plane.
Yeah.
For it to be brought over, and I was just like waiting in the lobby, and the stewardess comes out and brings.
Well, I was looking that up, and it would literally about be the same price just because I live so close to LA. It actually is for me about $100 flight to go to LA. So that's how I looked at it. I'm like, well, if I charter another seat for it, might as well. So when they told me like, oh yeah, it's an oversized package, but I will say I went with Alaskan Airlines. They took the best care of that thing ever. One, when I brought it in, the people already knew that I was a guitar player. And they were like, oh, we're guitar players too. We're just working TSA. Oh, you come from the NAMM show? Oh, man. Like, we went, like, the first day, but we had to work the last day. You know? Like, I'm just like... I like, went through the right line. They're like, hey, we'll take care of your stuff. Make sure. And stuff. And, yeah, I was like, cool. When I did get back to Sacramento... I got back to San Francisco. I will say, I couldn't find it. Like, it didn't come out of, like, the normal, like, the bin that goes all the way around. You had to go to the...
Oh, the conveyor belt, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't come out the conveyor belt. Like, and I will say I had brought, like, one guitar before, and it has come out the conveyor belt. So I'm like, well, what the hell? And we had waited around for a while, watched everyone... Like, we got our other bags, but we didn't get that one. We're like, So we just went over to, like, where they have... I guess where either the bags that don't get picked up, like we just asked them like, where do you, like, I had a guitar and they're like, oh, there's a whole nother section in this airport that's just for oversized baggage. And it's a whole different conveyor belt.
Wow.
Like, I was like, what? No idea. So yeah, San Francisco has multiple things that I was
and you just gotta hope someone else doesn't snag on your guitar. Perfect. Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
That's
so
safe. That's safe.
Yeah. So we go over there. No, I will say, no, they had like 4 or 5 people. They just had like everyone that had like those giant boxes and stuff. Yeah. So it was like all of that. And then there's just my guitar just sitting there. I'm like, oh, that's mine. Here's my ticket. Here's my ticket.
Or how about even better, you grab the wrong guitar, you open it up, and you're like, oh, wait a second, this guitar looks familiar.
I don't remember getting a custom shop Strat, but I'll take it.
Custom shop Strat. Like, this looks like Steve Vai's guitar. Oh.
Well, then I'll take that. I'm like, a custom shop Strat. I'm like, I don't know if I will take that because I think that's.
But then there's some lawyer that bought a custom shop Strat, and name's like, what the fuck's Ebola?
Right? What's a volt? What the hell is this? Oh my god, my hand feels like
pulls it out, plays it. He's like,
a Richie
Kotzen. But like a custom shop Strat.
I wonder if that's actually ever happened.
Well, it doesn't help that like the neck is like a Richie Kotzen neck.
Yeah.
I never played the Richie Kotzen neck, so I guess I heard they're thick. So.
Hey, blame Elon Musk. Blame Elon Musk. I got Starlink. But yeah, I got the Richie Kotzen neck.
I was gonna say, isn't that supposed to be like actually thicker than even Gibson's thickest neck? Or about the same? The Kotzen neck.
Thicker. It's a thick. It's a baseball bat.
Yeah, I heard there's baseball bats.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be great if you.
Michael Christ is asking what guitar is a Kotzen neck? Alex's Vola. That thing.
Yeah, I mean, to look at it, you wouldn't think it would have that thick of a neck.
Yeah, it looks thin from here.
Yeah, but
even there, it kind of looks.
Oh, maybe right there it looks thick.
A lot of shoulder too.
Yeah. It's thick. You can tell right by the headstock. It's thick.
Yeah, actually, now you mention that.
Yeah, a good chunk of shoulder for sure.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I was like, because there's only one person here that's played it, and that's Ben. So I'm like,
yep. I just thought it was pretty, and that's why I grabbed it. I'm like, well, I've never played a Vola before.
now, did you play? Did you play the one with the hardtail or the one with the Floyd Rose?
Oh, I thought it was a hardtail.
Mine's the one with the hardtail.
Yeah.
But they also have a version with the.
No,
Floyd
I don't.
Rose.
Why would the fuck would I grab a guitar with a Floyd Rose?
Yeah, Ben doesn't.
Everybody
know the wiggle stick.
Now,
Because it was just one of the ones up
now
there.
I will say, the only other Vola I have played does have a wiggle stick because that's Robert Baker's Blue Vola Strat.
Yeah.
Was the one forever.
Yeah.
Because he was picking it up at the Summer NAMM show because they did a bunch of work to it. For him.
But that's good.
And it was
that's
on
a good
display in
wiggle
the
stick.
booth, and I just
That's a
picked
good
it up.
wiggle
They're like,
stick.
"What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm playing Baker's guitar," and he's like, "Okay." Did he say it was okay? I'm like, "Yes." Go ask him.
And Robert Baker is the
Playing it.
person
You're
I
not
won my
playing.
Vola off of. He's the one that called my ticket, my raffle ticket. Was Robert Baker.
Which was hilarious. Yeah, because right before that was when I was hanging with them, and they went to give him lunch, and they handed it to me instead. Here you go, Baker. I'm wrong, long-haired. You know, it's like,
oh, I gotta go. See you.
Yep. Yeah. Octopus ears. I did see that. But no, yeah, straight up, it was also like when I saw Robert Baker, like 2 days, like when I actually met him for the first time. Never, like I was like, he just said like, hey, I'll be like hanging around the Vola booth all around NAMM the whole time. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go around NAMM. I want to see if I can meet him because like we'd always been talking on YouTube or in his chats. And I'm like, hey, I want to meet him, get a picture with him. And I was like, cool. And we were like, I'm like, hey, like right before that, I had like put my thing in for getting the Vola. And I was like, oh, I just put in my raffle ticket. Just blah, blah, like, just totally laughing. He's like, hey, man, hopefully you win it. Just totally joking. And it was, here's the thing. 2 other people got called before my ticket did. There was 2 other people that should have
had to be there in the booth.
Yeah, but you had to be at the booth
Man.
when they. It wasn't one of the raffles where you just put your name and number. Because they have a lot of those at NAMM. Yeah.
I had missed out on the. I had to.
You had to be you had to go there for Robert Baker's last performance.
Yep.
Like his last one of NAMM, and he's gonna pull out the NAMM raffle ticket of everyone because you had to post on Instagram a picture of your favorite guitar. I happened to post the picture of my favorite guitar is literally the one I got, just the one with the Floyd Rose.
That's awesome.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I posted on my Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, post that," and they were like, "All right, here's your raffle ticket." And, that's how the owner gave it because that's who I met. It was
This was the shtick at NAMM, Terry, prior to Rev handing out the ball cap.
Where's my other
And you had to wear a Rev ball cap to win a Rev amp.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But it's
That's why
I do
everybody walking
remember.
around with Rev hats on.
Like, it's Steve from Boston has a video of me, and he played it on his live stream of when I won the NAMM when I won it.
Right on.
It's like it was right after that show. It's like when we all came back. He played it right after. He was like, "This is one of the first people I've seen that's like won a raffle at NAMM." That was super excited. Like every time, a lot of times you see people like it's a lot of people that sometimes don't know what they're doing, but this person was excited. Like they were just like, "What?" And they knew, like they were just like, "No way!" and stuff. And it ended up being me at Vola, and I'm like, I'm on Steve's show because it was funny because I won the guitar, and then I think me, Johnny, and Robert went over and went to see Steve when he was doing a TTK like live stream over at some other booth.
Over at the Framus booth.
Yeah.
Because
I might have went with you. I might have been with you. Yeah.
No, I was hanging out with him day 1 there. He had done a series of interviews, like red carpet style. And
it was the last day, and he wanted Robert Baker, but he was like, and it was like that last day. So like, I had just won the guitar. Yeah, and then he brought us over.
That was the problem.
Because at NAMM, you can't, if you do win an item, you can't take it with you.
No.
You have to have the person that owns the company. So like the person that owns Vola I show something. It's I have his card right here, but Greg, his USA rep, they had to walk me out. Like they told me like, hey, when you hear we're leaving, everyone's got to go, come to the Vola booth and walk with us out.
Yeah.
And basically, we go outside the security thing and stuff, and that's when he handed me the Vola and was like, "Here you go." You know, like I took pictures with it at the Vola booth at the time, but they had to hold it for the rest of the time.
I mean,
But
it makes sense for security reasons.
Yeah, and people are wondering where those.
You're not allowed to bring in instruments at all. You know, you're not allowed to bring in your own instruments to sign or anything of people. Yeah, a drumstick, that's fine, but.
Yeah, if people are wondering why you didn't see those interviews from Steve, is the video card or the SD card that they're recorded on became corrupt because I was one of the interviewees. They did me and right after Jamie the bassist was done. But fortunately, good friend of the channel, Brian from Oregon, shot on my phone the interview as well. So the audio wasn't as good. It is on the channel of Steve interviewing me. And welcome back to the channel, Brother James himself.
JJ!
Good man. Cool.
Happy New Year, everyone.
What's up,
Cool,
brother?
dude. Good to see you, man.
This is what you're talking about, Ben, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. What's up, guys?
Not who I was expecting. I was expecting Aaron, actually.
Are we happy?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Trevor.
He was my second choice.
Hello, everyone in the chat. A lot of old friends there, man.
Yep.
Oh, new people. Holy moly. You flying fast there, Ben.
I'm trying, brother. You're full throttle.
Absolutely. Everyone
Are
good?
you been
Everyone
JJ?
well?
Doing good.
Yep.
Doing good.
Right on. Cool. Right on. Gigging?
What's that?
Are you gigging?
We are gigging, yeah. We are gigging. We got one next Saturday, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say this coming Saturday with one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, we haven't had a gig for a couple of months, and next Saturday with Fu Manchu. So,
oh wow,
JJ, when you coming up to NorCal?
Throw it out there.
Yeah.
Where at?
Sold out as well. Sold out. We're freaking psyched.
Nice.
JJ, when you coming up to NorCal?
Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Who freaking knows?
It's not too bad for you. That's a good little West Coast tour for you.
Yeah, it's, it's organizing all that stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, we'd love to, but
hey, I got a couple good venues and a couple good bands that could open up for you.
No, totally. Yeah. No, we'd love it. Absolutely. Got friends up in where are you, Alex, again?
Grass Valley.
Where's that?
An hour north of Sacramento. Sacramento.
Okay, so okay. Yeah, I've got friends up in Portland in bands, and we could get some gigs up there. You know, a good grunge thing still up there, which obviously is me. Yeah, right on. Yes. It's good to see everyone.
Yeah, for sure, man. Likewise.
Yeah.
Zach Dong, what's up, brother? Scott Brockway.
Mark Taft saying hey.
Man. 60 Cycle Steve. I love that show, man.
Yep.
Can't get enough, boys. You guys rock.
You turned me on to 60 Cycle Steve, my first name trip. You're like, we were talking about it. I'm like, no, I haven't tried it. You threw on one of their podcasts when we were hanging out in the Tone Shack. And I was like, right on. I've been a fan of it.
Those guys are wrong. They have a great show, man. It's so much fun. So fun. Yeah. So what's happening? What's cooking, man? Just freaking looking at the chat.
Hanging out
until midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah,
so who's where? I'm in California, so I've got like 3 hours to go.
15 minutes.
England's already freaking lit up. They already have their lunch.
It's 11:40.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, JJ. I'm out in BC, so.
Okay, right on.
Same deal.
Us damn East Coasters.
So what time did you say? What's Terry? 11:45.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're 15 minutes away. Where's your freaking party hat, dude?
This is my
I got
party
mine on.
hat. I'm keeping my hair.
I have mine on.
I love it.
Rob's asking, is anyone headed to the Kiesel Connect event at the end of January? He'll be there.
I was bummed when you cut your hair off, Terry. It was looking rocking, man.
Yeah.
I should.
You were flowing it for a while.
Yeah. I'm attempting to grow it back out again. I got psoriasis.
So you want to be a hippie, eh?
So the psoriasis really makes my hair, make my scalp itchy.
Yeah.
And usually in that instance, when I shave it down, it relieves it.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. Yeah, man.
Yeah, after a few years, you just ignore it. Just saying.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience.
Or you buy two in one, Head and Shoulders.
Bo's place looks like my place. I love it.
Yep.
Bo has a nice setup.
Just scatter everything around and fill it up with music.
Oh, I don't know. I think JJ would probably be a little loving it if he was in Bo's position.
Yeah, Bo's building a new facility, JJ.
What's that?
Bo's building a whole studio and venue and everything. It's commune. That's what it is. It's Shangri-La and Hotel California. Because once we arrive, we won't want to ever leave.
No kidding. Then where are you exactly, Bo?
Brighton, Michigan.
Brighton, Michigan. Well, that's not Hotel
No, that's
California.
about.
I'm like, yeah.
It's about 100 miles north of Detroit.
Oh, okay, right on. Well, good luck, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be dope.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Going to have plenty of tones rocking, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's costing a lot of money, but that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I keep watching all these people kicking the bucket. It's just like, man, I don't have too much longer myself, so I'm gonna do this.
I would change that attitude, mate. It's 2024 positivity. Let's keep rocking.
That's right. My goal is to finish this damn
don't
thing,
let
man.
the old man in. Never let the old man in.
And you will. Oh, it'll be epic, Bo. It will be epic.
Excited to see that, bro.
Yeah.
It's a dream, and it's a goal that I have, and I'm doing what I can.
It'll happen.
We'll see. Everybody will get a phone call, say, "Come on down."
Biting my hand non-stop. What's up? You want to say hi? That's Richie. Needs my attention. He's down there biting my hand. I'm like, chill, dude.
Hey, Gary says, JJ's inspiring. And that's the guy with 1952 in his handle. So I'm just saying.
Oh, right on. That's dope. Yeah. You got to inspire, man. Music inspires me, and it saves me every day, man.
Exactly. That's the way you got to think, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, everything's... I haven't been checking socials a whole lot, but from what I see, it looks like the band has taken off really nicely.
We got some really good things flowing, man. We do. I mean, right now we've got a lockout now, so we've got our own access full time to go and rock out. All our stuff's down there, and it's like freaking 20 minutes from my house. It's dope, and we were there last night, just me and the drummer.
Right.
And we've had that now for like 4 months, and that's just been insane. We share it with another band, and it's freaking.
How far do you guys go for gigging anyway?
We don't go far. We're really selective. I've done it all before. I used to tour a lot. We did hundreds and hundreds of shows, but being older, our whole plan of strategy is completely different. You know what I mean? It's just manipulating the great rock and roll swindle, man. I swear, I'm gonna do everything to put it off. Save music.
Oh, look at that. If that's not wily veteran, I don't know what 55 years gigging and counting.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love gigs, but we're really selective. We want to do the right gigs in front of people, and we played some really good shows last year.
Mm-hmm.
And just doing it. It's all about the song. So we've got a great producer, and we're basically been writing pre-production to do the next 6 songs to actually finish an album. So releasing the song slowly, but at some point we're gonna actually have an album, and it's gonna be freaking dope. I'm so super excited for that. Oh yeah,
that's exciting. The album stuff is exciting, man.
Yeah, you know, I've done lots of recordings, but never actually physically had a finished album and everything, and you know,
right,
ready to freaking go.
It's a thing. I'm not gonna lie, you know.
Mm-hmm. Bucket list.
Yep. Well, that was, you know, that's the way I saw it. When I had the chance to do it, and it was just, you know, I say it was a high school buddy that had money, and he's like, "All right, you need a demo EP." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Where do you want to record?" And I was just being a shithead. I said, "Metalworks, because it's the best studio in Canada." Okay. Books it. What? You know. And Bo, you would love it. You walk in the doors into the lobby, right off to the left is the drummer from Triumph's fucking office. Just double door right into his office, right there, right off the lobby. Oh, stop. Okay, because we booked Studio One, because they're like, which Studio One? I'm like, well, you want Studio One? It's got the Neve board. Done. What? You know, living the dream. I was lucky enough that we were able to do it all.
Yeah, those boards are like $100,000.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
Well, no, even now. I mean, I've been looking for them. I mean, the cheapest one is like $60. You know, but that's only like a 24 channel too. So
it depends what you want, and you'll probably want you will want more than 24.
Well, I've been looking at the SST.
24 goes like that.
All those too, but I don't know.
You've lost a half a dozen, possibly 8 on drums alone, depending on what you want to do and how you want to present.
Well, it depends on how many drum kits you're going to be recording too. I mean, because one drum kit will take it up at least 16. You know?
John Shane's like, how many Neve boards do you have stashed, Bo?
No, I'm looking. I have a lot of old Mackie. I have a lot of 8-bus analog boards. 3 of them.
United Effects is going. Sean Phillips is hiring me again for his tour of Quebec next summer. He's 80 and still going strong. That's awesome.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that'd be another way to do it. Like, just take, mic up your drums galore. Just have the board expressly for drums. Take all of that out.
Yeah,
man.
Boards.
You don't necessarily do that. Like, send down the stereo and then send it on an aux over.
I was just thinking about that. That'd be crazy.
But yeah.
The only problem with that is you have to totally mix down the drums live, essentially.
Yeah, and then you're stuck with those drums.
Especially that best stereo mix.
So you're trying to go full analog all the way through? Obviously not tape to tape. You're not doing reel to reel.
No.
You're going to be racks and a few plugins, or?
I believe so. What did it say?
Can you hear me?
Oh, you guys are cutting out.
I can hear you guys.
Yeah, I'm good.
I can hear everyone.
No, I was asking if he's going full analog in the studio with rack gear and all that.
I have analog now. Okay.
Oh, right on.
Okay, but I want to go do the digital. I've been looking for like the Neves. Okay, but it's just it's
okay.
expensive, man.
Yeah.
Like I have the analogs now. Okay, and full rack gear as well. Okay.
Stick with that, man.
Well, it is good. I'm not saying they're bad. Okay, it's just
save a couple lot of the compressor shit.
Dude, yeah.
Compressors?
It won't do what he wants to do in the live situation.
Oh, okay. For recording live.
Oh, yeah, I mean, so if you want to do the live situation as well, it's a little different too. So
I was gonna say that's where I come in.
Okay.
Been a live engineer for the last 6 years, so.
That's another thing. All the area speakers. I mean, they're expensive, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everything.
That alone is $25K that I've been looking at.
Wow.
So JJ, you got a question? Have you had a chance trying out the Straight from Hell pedal with your 7-string?
Straight from Hell pedal. I haven't even heard. Is that a Dimebag pedal?
I'm not sure. That's from
It should be.
RJ the Mad One. Okay,
Okay,
HWT.
Oh no, Jay. Good to see you, brother. I think I'll probably see
Right.
a pedal. I think it's a Dimebag pedal. I'm not sure who makes it. Yeah.
Ryan, I think Trev is lurking.
Bingo.
I think Trev is lurking at this point.
Yeah, I use the ME Effects. Is it ME Effects? The PQ3 Pro, which is an emulation of the PQ3, the Furman PQ3, which Dimebag used.
Oh, it's an Angle. He says.
Yes.
Because I have the
Oh, wow.
Crybaby
Okay.
from Hell wah.
Oh, it's a wah.
No. The Straight from Hell is something different. The Crybaby from Hell is the wah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, apparently
The
it's an
Angle Straight from Hell pedal is the signature pedal for the Russian fast finger Victor Smolsky.
Who? What?
Yep.
I'm not up on my Russian shredders, apparently.
Yeah.
I still love a
Listen,
pedal.
I know a
need
Russian
metal.
vocalist. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we are
One of
getting
my favorite
close.
metal
4
guys
minutes.
is
I think we got 4 minutes.
Yeah. Chats.
on.
Hey, guys. I'm like, all right, keep an eye on the time, folks. Believe me. Oh, my hip knows it. Jeez Louise. Sitting here for almost 3
But
well,
if I could play guitar, I'd be playing guitar, making all kinds of squealy noises at midnight.
Been there, done that. Just over 3.
You guys
Yes.
ready?
someone hears fireworks outside. Oh yeah. Well,
3 minutes.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. For me, in 3 minutes, it's only 9 o'clock.
And if people are expecting some extravaganza,
I
I
forget.
come here for
Yeah.
it's not. Because that would involve digitals, and I don't do that. So
Like you guys
hey.
are, a lot of you guys are 3 hours ahead of me. Darn.
Hey, Amanda.
Here's my sister.
Mine is JJ. Me and JJ are out here still
By
partying.
the way, our band
it
is
going,
releasing
Amanda?
a video at midnight tonight. So it might be midnight your time or West Coast time, but we're releasing a video tonight.
Awesome.
Available on all
Let's go.
platforms. Videos are available on apparently. So
Star Zero.
yeah.
I would not show it on here because we tried that with Aaron there a couple weeks ago. We debuted his new video, JJ, and he had premiered it on his channel at the same time. So technically, it was out first on his channel by the time I got around to showing it. Still, YouTube did a copyright claim saying it was mine and that Aaron had ripped me off for the video. I'm like, no. They're like, no. Look, you can tell. You can tell because Aaron tagged this like portion out of your live show. You can tell it's the same video, like word for word and everything. It's like, no.
Oh my
no.
God.
So
They
I'm like,
clearly posted that way before I did.
I just like
Trying to remember how do you
way to
look at
be
the chat?
YouTube, way to be.
Put another deal on. Trip me out.
Right on. That's funny.
Hey, Denzellis.
Hey, DistroKid out there, not working.
Apparently coming in.
Randy
Close on.
Price. On the shame. Rock on, brother.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to midnight. That's a Maiden song or something.
Good maiden tune. Excellent maiden tune.
You know what? Miles will have a third one at this point. Hip. I'm just saying.
That is
Already.
I will say is probably the one concert I actually am going to in 2024. Is seeing Maiden.
1 minute left in the period. 1 minute left in the period.
Legend.
Dun, dun, dun,
JJ
dun.
knows I'm going to Aftershock, so. JJ,
Oh,
will
you
know
are?
that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to Aftershock this year. I usually have always gone. I'm usually an ambassador for them that sells tickets for them, so I usually get in for free.
And we'll see you at NAMM, won't we, Alex?
Oh, I'm gonna be in the same house as you guys. I'm staying I'm driving
Got it.
down with Laz and driving back with Laz.
All right. Sorry about that.
So
Okay, apparently Mark says Paul Anka is
But
singing.
who's driving?
It's
like,
gonna
oh,
be
Hank
great
is
for me.
alive?
You know how many connections I'm gonna make. This is gonna be perfect for me.
I
My-
love it.
hey JJ, my guess what's this next year are gonna be awesome.
I don't doubt it. I like your positivity. You're on it, man.
Hey, no,
Come out,
that'd be
come
awesome.
out, you slump, Alex. I love
Paul
it.
Anka singing with Iron Maiden.
That's the whole point.
There it is. Midnight. Happy New Year, folks.
Happy
Yep,
New
Happy
Year.
New Year from the East Coast.
Happy New Year's, all you Eastern Standard Time Zone mofos and mofo.
I'll be right back.
Cheers.
Please tell me the future is
Yeah, you
good.
better. Yeah, you got duties. You're a husband.
Right back.
Yeah.
I'll smoke a bowl to you East
What are you
Coasters.
seeing that we're not in 2024?
More than welcome, Dave.
No, well, we get to see the shit hit the fan first out on the West Coast. As opposed to all them Eastern
I
time
will not
zone.
be awake for that. I will tell you that because I just realized I was eating the third one. I really probably didn't eat the second one. So we're good. It's only 150 milligrams. I can sleep that off.
See, I
Sleep that off, or just
just got
simply
my
sleep
shot.
good?
I just got my drink and stuff that I'm gonna be drinking at New Year's. So. I'm not allowed hard liquor anymore.
I've seen you on hard liquor. It's a wise choice, dude. Just like,
When I go to Nam, that's different.
well, yeah, I know. I'm not. Hey, I'm not saying I'm any angel, but I'm like
when
both
I'm
been
not
crazy
with
fucking sloppy
when I'm
and
not-
sweaty together.
yes,
saying.
when I'm not with my family, I'm not allowed hard liquor. That's why I'm only drinking Mike's Hards.
Like
I've
Alex
been
and I had no problem
embarrassing at NAM, man.
What
See,
would I
we-
find?
having a conversation. Alex
Here's
and I.
what.
And we were okay
Nice,
with
a
it.
martini.
Look what I found, guys.
Right on. Salute.
Salute,
Yeah,
salute.
Happy
we
New Year,
definitely
Tony.
when we
Happy
get
New Year.
together at NAM, us lot, I tell you.
Hey, we're gonna be staying. Are you staying at the house?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there a lot. Yeah, I mean, I live down the road, so all depends, you know. But
Right,
I'll
but
be there.
are
Happy
you
New
staying
Year.
like there, like because I know that we've been told that like a couple people are only staying 3 days. So
I'm freaking there most of the time. Whether I come
Alright.
home, who freaking knows, you know.
you're gonna be the crasher that just crashes on the couch, huh?
That all depends on
Idea.
lifestyle.
I'm just in on the house. I've already.
Because
got
you
my
could just
spot.
go home, like you could just drive home. So it's like, oh man, I'm just crashing on the couch just because I don't want to. We all got an Uber back to your house. All right, cool, man.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, we got the lockout, Alex. We can come for a jam. We got the drum, the bass
Hey,
rig. We got
hey,
everything there. We can jam out.
I'm
man.
I'm bringing the Vola and I'm bringing an amp. I gotta
What do you
tell
do,
I
Ted?
gotta tell Laz that I'm bringing an amp because.
Well, I'll bring an amp to the house as well. I've got an amp.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say I was bringing the Vola, but I
I've
couldn't
got an amp.
bring an
Poor
amp.
neighbors,
You're only
man.
bringing one.
Yeah,
Those poor
but I
neighbors.
couldn't. But I did find a small, very small amp, some little small like 10-inch Behringer. Something it was like a Behringer V10, one of those.
I'm confused. You guys keep saying the house. Whose is this? Your house, JJ, or whose house is it?
No,
They have an Airbnb.
a
Airbnb.
It's
an
a house?
Airbnb house that we have all rented. An
Yeah,
Airbnb
yeah.
house that
Okay.
Music Therapy Laz has rented that we all sent him money.
Yeah, like 6 or 7.
Got it.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
because I see that Octopus Ears is there also in chat.
Yeah, and bless
I believe he knows that
music
I'm driving
going
down
up.
to him, and then he's driving me and him
Yeah,
down
he
to
already
Laz,
mentioned
and
he
then we're
knows
all
he's
going down.
lightweight when it comes to drinking. It's,
Yeah, he was-
damn,
yeah.
damn, though. Yeah, it's surprising your tolerance
See,
goes.
I'm not paying those NAM prices at those bars. Hell no. You remember me, Ben? Except bring the flask.
Yeah, you will. We all do. You have to. Yeah,
no
then we're
point
up to
paying
like,
20.
what, 15
No
bucks
point
a
paying
beer,
for
like,
20
yeah,
bucks a
or something.
drink when the drink is literally that big.
That's bullshit.
Jeez.
No.
It's like going to a sporting event then.
Oh,
It literally
Worse.
is.
Or
Worse.
worse?
It's
Oh,
worse.
wow.
It's actually like I would say like about $5 to $10 worse.
Happy New Year, Steve Rizzo.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
So at least at a sporting event, you can get a beer for like
Happy New Year,
$100.
Steve.
Happy New Year.
Ike from Flipside's going to be there as well. So it's Ike, freaking Dylan, Laz,
Nice.
Ultimate Fears, Alex, me.
Happy New Year, Twang.
Who else? A couple of others. A couple of stragglers.
Happy New Year.
I don't know.
I know that Gonfall and Garguts have said that they might. They're the ones that are going to be like the stragglers very last minute.
Gargant's
No. Hang on. Breaking news. No. On New Year? No.
What? No way.
Happy New Year, Amanda.
Happy New Year, Doug.
Happy New Year.
Well, one might have to turn on their camera and prove it.
Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the last.
Stumbling with her dart.
Love you too, sis.
You too, Amanda. You know, depending on how much that bed and breakfast costs, that could be a nicer stay than a
No,
hotel.
Airbnb, not a bed and breakfast, Terry.
Airbnb.
You,
Okay, well.
you
I
can't
don't
you
think a
can't
bed
stay at
and
a bed and
breakfast would
breakfast
allow
bring
guitars and
amplifiers.
amps.
No, amplifiers and bed and breakfast, they do not mix.
Okay, sorry, I misheard that.
I think it was like it was like
That would be a
$200.
groundhog moment.
Right?
I think it was about $1,200 for the house.
So
That's not
is
bad.
that a fair bit cheaper than actually just physically renting a whole house?
Well, we are renting a whole house.
As opposed to an Airbnb?
Well,
Yeah,
Airbnb is the whole house.
It's the whole house. We're actually getting a house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for $1,200. Yeah, and I think a room's probably like
Yeah,
$600.
exactly. And actually, it has an outdoor pool table. So what the fuck? You know.
Hey,
Cool.
got a stage with amps, and
That
we're
kind
going
of
to
place.
We're going to get some
Searching up
jams
the
on,
Drew
man.
Carey
Go.
set.
Oh, right on. Oh, you guys will have a blast. It'll be a party.
We'll have a freaking NamCam going, that's for sure.
Right on.
Very nice.
Made to shut up, Ben.
And some live tunes, I hope.
See, Steve, I think. See, maybe he says maybe I need to ditch my Airbnb, come in with y'all. Right? Maybe you're already in the same neighborhood. You never know.
Yeah, we'll have a hang, man.
That's what it's all about. Go check
Man,
out a
if
bunch
you
of
knew.
cool gear. And
Bring your wiggle sticks, boys. Bring your wiggle sticks.
Well, Ben's lucky then that he's not going.
no, I already there's a hand. I already know how many guitars of JJ's I love to play, so I'm covered. I don't need to bring a guitar.
Do you want to see the news?
Yes. See you, Jim. Happy New Year, my friend.
Yep. Night, Jim.
Ooh.
Take care.
Right on. Yeah, I was going to ask that earlier. What do you got for new
Ooh.
guitars?
Hang on.
What is that?
Let's do that again.
JJ, show it again.
Oh yeah.
I can't see what that is. Is that a Yamaha?
It's a Yamaha.
Nice.
Yeah, FG 300, 1971.
I was going to say an oldie.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sang. It's got so many songs in it. It's like it's possessed. It's ridiculous what comes through this. Mojo is real.
Oh yeah.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I just
My
gave it
Explorers like that.
a
Same
handful
kind of
of
deal.
free today. It's
I'm a
still
big
going
fan of
through-
Yamahas, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, these things, they are insane. I scored it.
They're indestructible, too.
Yep.
Well, I mean, this is what, 50 years old now? Freaking crazy. 40
Oh, yeah,
something
from
years old.
71.
Yeah, it looks
Red
awesome
label.
for the age.
Yeah, Nippon Gaki made in Japan. And
Oh.
Dude, this thing is just I'm tripping.
Okay,
on
that's
it.
you're making cocktails. So you're mixing booze with other booze, and then some other booze and stuff. Yeah,
Oh my
that'll
god!
do it.
Amanda.
That's high.
That sounds pretty good, Amanda. That sounds
My
pretty
last
good.
my last acoustic was a Gibson, and I closed the garage door when it was resting against something, and it just freaking snapped right through it.
Oh
was-
jeez.
That was like 7-8 years ago, and I had that guitar since like 1996. It was like an early 80s Gibson.
Wow.
I was gutted. So that was the last acoustic I had. Apart from I got a Taylor Mini. I had a GS Mini and then Taylor for my kid. But so this is my dude. My buddy, he went to the Taylor factory. He's got a friend who works there, and they did a 50% sale. And he scored this mahogany Taylor, and I played that, and I haven't played an acoustic for a while, and it got me freaking wild on acoustics. And I found this. So that's the new one.
Very nice.
And I just freaking, the neck was super straight, ridiculously straight. And,
I like the shape of the headstock on them.
oh, it's beautiful. So I heated the neck. I had a heat pad around the neck, and I got some bow back in it. Dude, I worked on it, did some YouTube searching, and then I also had a hump in the back. And I've got a tool in there right now, which is pulling it down. And if I remove the tool in a whole day, in one day, from heating and icing, I have taken the hump out.
Nice.
A bridge doctor is what you put in there?
It was a bridge doctor, but I didn't put it through the bridge. I put it through one of the holes.
Yep.
Rather than drilling a hole, I put it through one of the holes and set it up.
Yep.
And I've moved it down the strings with heat and cool, and it's freaking done the job, man. I'm tripping.
Nice.
I was worried it might change the tone, but it's actually giving it more bark. So I'm
Well,
freaking.
I will show off for you, JJ, the newest.
Yeah, me and him are best friends right now. It's freaking insane. I'm tripping.
From our friend Keith.
Yeah, I like Yamahas.
Yeah, they call it the poor man's Martin. These early 70s ones are ridiculous. Japanese, man.
I have 3 nylons from the 70s.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah, there's something about the
I'm
wood.
not sure if Keith is still in the chat or not, but I'm going to thank him again for this. Came in about a month ago.
On that, Ben.
Ooh.
What's that?
I saw your demo. You thought it was broken when you took it out of the box.
Yeah, no headstock.
Oh no!
What's going on?
Why
I
is
lay
it
low
so
on the
short?
chat, but I'm still watching everything.
Holds its tune, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's different. Still heavy though. My God, 8 pounds.
Dude, you think they'd be super light? Like those,
Right? No, but it's pretty thick and
Jambergs
dense
are like
wood.
wood, they're crazy light.
Yes, Johnny, it's one of those ERT, I don't ERT.
Yeah,
Yeah, right on. Guitar 90.
Yard.
Those 60s harmonies are sick as well.
I'll solo myself out for a sec. There you go. Then
Nice. Yeah.
thanks for me too. Like, you know.
What a trip. Sure, it shreds.
Ooh, I like that.
10s on it. I'm not sure how I
Ooh,
feel
I like
about
the back of
having
that.
10s.
Oh,
Yeah, there you
it'll
go.
be
Guild
major
25.
fun to muck
I had
around
a
with.
12-string guild, which was sick. Yeah, they're one of my favorites, the guilds.
So what do you got there, Bo? I heard a 12
JJ
string.
was talking about Taylors. I mean, here's the Taylor right here. I mean,
I heard 12 string middle in there. Like
Yeah,
this
it's
little
a 12
sample.
string.
Ooh, 12 string.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. I was looking at one of those the
Beautiful
other day. Every time I see a Taylor hanging in the music store, Bo, I think of you. Every time I see it, I'm like, I should get one of these.
Well, I like all the other guitars too. I just
Well,
you're
and
with
we have
us.
a few of those master
You
builders,
like guitars.
There's your Gary. Gary 1952.
which are actually, since somebody had asked earlier about stuff for 2024, I got to play quite the guitar the other day. Oof. Priced at 7,400 Canadian. A beautiful Gibson SJ200 in vintage burst.
Oh,
Wow.
For how much?
7,400 Canadian. So
Bad.
that'd be well over 5 US. And it was nice. I'm not gonna lie, it was nice. It was real nice.
Yeah, my holy grail would be a vintage J45.
I still don't like actually paying for a guitar over $600. I've never paid. Me personally, I've never paid for a guitar over $600.
Well, that's why I just shoot demos with them, because I'm not buying it. Gotta get to play it.
Hey, the only reason why I got my Gibson was through a whole like 4-way trade where I traded a guitar for my family to get a rototiller for their garden because I was living in I was living in San Francisco. My family was living where I live now, and they were doing a whole garden, and they needed a really nice old school rototiller that was the beast of the beast. And then basically when I ended up moving back, that rototiller has been sitting because we stopped gardening, of not being a redneck, more of we grew weed. That's the reason why we had the rototiller. But
there's that too.
It's more of when I came back. It's we ended up trading that rototiller for two guitars. I ended up trading those 2 guitars to my brother, and like technically that rototiller was given to my brother.
He's just grabbing them all out.
Well, it was the rototiller was for my brother. Ooh.
nice.
I bought this one in the 80s.
I do love an ovation.
Ooh, and it's a skinny one too.
It is. See? It's got one of those bowl things.
Yeah.
It sounds beautiful too. Well,
I had a copy of one at one point in time.
Dude, back in the day, they were like top tier. Now they're like your budget ovations. But back in the day, if you held an ovation, you were holding something really quite special.
Yeah.
Well, these were like the guitars that most of the guys used on stage, to do their thing, and then they go into
but they weren't like an everyday guitar. They were like
Well, they were different, man.
Yeah.
Synthetic back with the with the wood
I
top.
don't know what it's made out of. I don't know.
Like totally rad.
Fiberglass.
Roundness makes total sense for the sound dispersion. I mean, it really does. Like the hump in the guitar and the acoustics. I was worried taking it out on that one because the roundness can it pushes the sound waves different.
Mm-hmm.
But they suck to play standing up.
Well, what's good? These fit really good in those stands. Go stand on stage.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got a skinny one though.
Well, yeah. It's easy to work with. Especially when you have to come up to it quickly.
Like that's as deep as a regular acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a skinny ovation.
Yes.
Eddie, I'm not sure, but maybe back in the day. As of late, he's been playing Gibson Hummingbirds, I think.
Who's that?
Frank Hannon of Tesla.
Hummingbirds are awesome.
They are.
I would not.
I was going to say, I thought all of them played Gibsons originally.
Yes, they've got some really high-end, way up high. You got to get up on a ladder to reach them. Gibbies.
There you go. That's an Epi, though, isn't it?
That's an Epi, though?
Alex's face.
You don't buy guitars over $600, Alex.
Yeah.
Unless someone
Hold up. I
did.
did get this from Henning, though.
That's nice.
Okay.
I did get this from Henning, though. So
Nothing wrong with those Epiphone hummingbirds.
I got this on the very first 42 Gear Street. The first 42 Gear Street raffle, like when they were doing all the eBay bids.
God, you're a winner, ain't you? Dude, he's always winning. Shit.
Oh, no, I wasn't a winner on this one. No, this was me drunk and I just bid on a fucking guitar and I did not mean to. And I ended up paying $300 for this guitar, which was totally
That's
worth
not
it.
bad for a pro, and you got the pickup in there as well.
Yep, it's I will say I need someone who has smaller arms than I do because I have not been able to use the actual pickup in it because the pickup looks like this.
All right.
It's
You can get your arm in there for crying out loud.
no, I can't. No,
I'm at the hospital with a guitar
I
around your
swear
arm.
to God, I can't. It literally only goes to here. My forearm's a little bit. Yeah, I got a big forearm than you think, but I can only get to about here, and I can't reach any farther.
There's only one
And
thing wrong with
I've
that
never.
guitar.
And with acoustic repair, like doing that kind of stuff, I have never been shown any tools to help me. So if anybody's
Dude, your
got
hand
any,
would get in there. I have my
let me know.
hand in the guitar today. You can get your
Hey,
hand
it's,
right in it.
Might be able to grab it with the forceps.
JJ, I can bring this guitar also with us to NAMM and stuff, and I can
I'll
have
my hand
I can
in
have
there
you try it too.
There's a hole
Just
my hand
grease
can
up
get in
your
there.
arm. You'll slide in there.
We're gonna be a performance fee.
We'll have to see in the chat if we have enough room in the car with Laz
Bring
and
that
Octo.
fucker down. Oh, Alex.
You got to do
No,
is
JJ,
find this
what's
topic. Yeah.
do we bring the Vola or that first? Come on.
Well, you bring them both. That bowler's like, back them up, dude. It's coming.
Well,
Bring the hummingbird. I'll put that thing. We'll
I-
fix it. I'll take
Here's
the hummingbird.
Josh.
I'm driving down with Octo and
Yeah.
Laz. You got to remember that. So
Josh.
we're all in one car.
Having a night,
can't
Josh. Be cool.
I can't bring like multiple of my shit without letting them know first.
Let him know.
Well,
I can put in the
There's
word. I'll
watching,
tell him.
so he knows now. Just saying.
Laz brings down half his freaking studio when he comes down, man. When he comes to my pad, half the studio rolls in there. Just tell him to chill out. He doesn't need to bring 60 pedals.
I'll show
Well,
my
on that
latest
note, I think I'm
edition.
going to wrap up things here tonight. We can continue hanging off there, but I'm going to wrap things up because, we're already at like 3.5 hours. We're going to get any replays, but who knows? Anyways,
Terry's got a guitar.
I do want to. What? Oh, guitars. It happens. Guitar players. One of those iPad heads. Look at it. Well, easy there. Well, that's the Sharky. 3D.
350.
Very scary boys and girls.
Nice.
In the
Ibanez.
metallic purple. This is
that a
my
550?
guitar.
Mr. 1952, get that guild back, man. Damn.
Yeah, no kidding.
I gotta pull this one out from up.
Sweet. Ibanez? Yes.
In
That's not your
metallic
7, that's the
purple.
6.
You tell him, sis.
That's a wicked color.
I only have one Ibanez. I don't know where it is.
One of the things I gotta do to it though,
Mm-hmm.
fix that chip, put another back plate on it, and get a trim
Put
on
another
it.
chip in and forget about it.
Yeah.
So- I'll be live tomorrow night with Canucks with Guitars, live Q&A as well as playing some songs because Mazel. And
That's what Ben
talking
does.
about the new year and what's ahead and all that fun stuff. And so everyone hang on the line here as we wrap things up. So thanks everybody that tuned in tonight. It's been a blast. Happy New Year's all. And
Happy New Year, everyone.
we will
Happy New Year's.
back tomorrow
Rock on.
with more fun, excitement. I don't know, stuff. We'll be having fun.
Merriment.
Merriment. There we go. Merriment. So old doors and traffic's involved, and you can do tone and karma, littering. Peace.